Bom dia, day 5, the evening session of the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games athletics. And the crowd coming in for another interesting evening session. We've got 8 finals to follow the 6 that we had in the morning session. And it's been absolutely baking. A few hours ago, it was 37 Celsius, 99 Fahrenheit. Very, very hot. You could understand why the crowd were staying in the shade for a lot of what we've already seen today. But the sun's going down. It'll be dark in the next 45 minutes or so. So it'll be a bit more tolerable for the Brazilian athletics fans and those around the world taking their seats for tonight's enjoyment. And we've got the excitement of relays as we hit the halfway point. We've got a final of the men's 4x100 meters T42 to 47, that's amputee category. We've also got 4 field finals, but some interesting track finals as well. Men's 200 meters T44, that's leg amputees, they're the Blade Runners, and the T34, the fastest of the cerebral palsy wheelchair racers. Lots of action, men's 1500 meters T54 heats, pretty much all the big names are in that, and the same in the women's equivalent as well. So lots of really fast, exciting wheelchair races, along with the track finals and finals in the field as well tonight.
So we have 8 gold medals on offer, 4 on the track and 4 in the field. There is some of the support for Team Canada on the top of the screen there, and looks as though that crowd is slowly building on the outer side, the back straight side of the Olympic Stadium. But we do have, throughout the program, it really is a terrific session because we have some familiar names in Paralympics athletics. We're going to see some familiar names in the men's 4x100 meter T42 to T47 class relay race. First up, that's a final. We have a field of 6 countries doing battle, so a terrific way to start proceedings. And as we work our way through, we see the favourite for the women's 400 metre T20 class going around in her heat. That's Barbara Nowadziel from Poland. She will be starting in lane number 3, the inside lane, and will be very hard to beat. An interesting athlete going around in the women's 400 metre T44 final. You may have heard the name of Grace Norman from the USA already throughout the Rio Paralympics so far, taking a gold medal in the women's triathlon on day 4 of the program. In the women's 1500 metres, there are some very well-known names there, including from Australia, Madison Desario and Ange Ballard. And then we head into the men's 100 metres T34 final. Walid Katila looking to win again, the world champion and defending Paralympic champion in the 100 metres and also the 200 metres. The men's 1500 metre rounds, we've got Kenny Van Weigel in the first of those, who's already taken a gold medal in the earlier session, and some very well names in that, very well-known names, including Kurt Fernley from Australia. And then we have the men's 200 metre T44 final, and we round it off with semi-finals of the women's 200 metres T11. So it really is a good session.
Yeah, Imka Bemsuzan goes for Germany. A little bit later, we'll be seeing her, the former South African international, but as a para-athlete, it has been Germany all the way for her. It's actually quite an interesting life story, which we can fill you in on a little bit later when she's in action.
Some of the Brazilian support, and they'll have to get their voices warmed up early because our first race on the track, the men's 4x100 metre relay final for T42 to 47 classified athletes. They start from the middle lane. That will be lane 5. That lady will be, I'm sure, yelling herself hoarse. And there's a great shot. They really have shown so much national pride, the locals. Brazilian flags everywhere you walk here in Rio, especially around the Olympic Stadium, the Estadio Olimpico. Now, this session just getting underway slightly early because there has been a victory ceremony that has been moved from the morning session to the evening session, and that was for the women's shot put, the F53 category that took place in the blazing sun in the earlier session, and that victory ceremony is coming up in around about 60 seconds time.
Yeah, crowd filling. We were blessed with huge crowds over the weekend. Each of the sessions with around 30,000 inside the engine out. Not just here, swimming, powerlifting, cycling. Huge crowds, full houses. 167,000 inside the Olympic Park on Saturday, 2 days ago. Bigger than any single day of the Olympic Games. So hoping for much the same. Work will be ending for many shortly, and the session has been brought forward a little bit for that victory ceremony. The racing to get underway in the next 10 minutes or so.
Yes, you're quite right, Will. Just a little bit early for the crowd to come in, and those conditions cooling down. The humidity has been a real factor today. It's got up to around about the 81% mark, so very warm indeed. But just starting to whittle under the 28-degree mark now, so things cooling off, and we're in for perfect conditions for track and field as we're about to witness the victory ceremony for the women's shot put, the F53 category.
Yeah, it's a wheelchair throwing event. And the world champion did pick up a medal here, but as you'll see, her going first means that she's picked up the bronze medal as Demetria Korokida. Good combination in this, missing out of the medals. Pamela Lejeune of Canada, Svetlana Stechuk of Ukraine. It's normally quite good in the shot. Previous World and European Championship medalist, but missing out this time. And Deirdre Mungan of Ireland also. Well, they've made that podium a lot bigger, I can only guess, because of the relays a little later. Busy day for Ed Warner. Tarek Sui, the Asian Paralympic Committee Secretary General. Well, Demetria Korokida threw a season's best, the Athenian. Very good cyclist as well. She's competed in the World Championships in the past 2 years. And having picked up silver in the shot of the European Championships in Grosseto in June, now she receives a Paralympic Games bronze. A lot of these are multi-eventers. They also strong in the discus and the javelin. Well, here's history. India's first ever female Paralympic medalist in any sport, Deepa Malik, picks up the silver. From New Delhi, silver medalist in the javelin at the 2014 Asian Games. First major championship was actually in Delhi for the Commonwealth Games in 2010. They have a strong parasports program embedded within. But Deepa Malik receives India's historic silver. And here she is, Fatima Nedam of Bahrain. Her third Paralympic Games. First time she's medaled. Her previous best result had been 8th in the discus 4 years ago. And now here she is as a Paralympic champion. A couple of Asian Games medals 2 years ago in Incheon. Silver in the shot, but what an improvement for her. Lifetime best in achieving it also. Fatima Nedum, the Paralympic champion for Bahrain. An excellent achievement. Big history for India. But also for Bahrain, it's only their second ever Paralympic gold medal, and the last came in 1988 in Seoul. Their first ever athletics gold and their first ever female gold across any sport. And Deepa Malik for India with their first ever medal for a female full stop. China with 9 gold medals so far, Britain 8, Brazil 5, United States and Tunisia 4 each, Ukraine, Germany, Malaysia 3 apiece. Matching of nations with 2, Canada, South Africa, Cuba, Thailand, Greece, Ireland, Latvia.
The Brazilians have managed to rack up plenty of medals in silver and bronze as well. They've had the 5 gold, as you mentioned, but 6 silver and 4 bronze, so 15 medals in total. Just one underneath Great Britain have the 16 in total. And China leading the way at the moment with those 9 gold, but they have 24 medals in total. So at the moment, some activity in the arena with the javelin about to get underway, and also athletes on the track preparing for the men's 4x100 metre T42 to 47 final. So very shortly, our live action about to get underway. We'll introduce the athletes in a moment. Just getting to their respective changeover areas. And interesting to see how the United States of America perform here with no season's best next to their name. Germany, at this point, on paper, are the quickest.
It's one of these events that doesn't get run a lot. So it's the USA's first attempt in this for the year. And it combines athletes of various amputee categories.
So this is the men's 4x100 metre T42 to 47 category. The Paralympic record held by South Africa. And that was a time, as you saw there, of 41.78 that was set 4 years ago in London. But they don't go here. And we have lanes 3 down to 8 utilised, with Japan in 3, Greece in 4, Brazil 5, Germany 6, United States of America in 7, and Sri Lanka in the outside lane. So as the athletes in the first leg get organised, you can see the first athlete for Germany with the blades there. Reim from Germany, the 28-year-old long jump champion in London 4 years ago. And here are our anchor legs preparing to bring their respective teams home. So all is in readiness to get the session underway in blazing fashion. Japan have quite a good mix of youth and experience, with Ishida, the youngest, starting off 22 years of age, and as they move through the list, Yamamoto, the 34-year-old, will bring them home. And Brazil, well, at this point in time, they have a 19-year-old in Patricio Ferreira dos Santos and a 44-year-old who will kick them off, Renato Nunes da Cruz. Here is the team from Sri Lanka getting organised. That's the athlete from the second leg. I speak of Herath Mudian Salaga. I also have for you action in the F57 men's javelin throw, which is just getting organised also. So plenty of activity in the arena all of a sudden. That's why many love coming to the track and field, because there's so much going on at once.
Yeah, there's Alan Oliveira, who famously won the 200 at London 2012, but hasn't reached the final of the 1 or the 2 here.
Yes, Oliveira lowering the colours, of course, of Oscar Pistorius in that dramatic final. So we're now some 3 minutes past the advertised starting time for this race. So making sure all of the equipment is working, all of the timing is working, the officials out on the track just getting themselves organised. I can see an official just walking up the middle of the home straight at the moment, having a chat to one of our timing officials from Omega, of course. So obviously just getting everything in readiness for the start of this session. Oliveira, now 24 years of age, but as I mentioned, Renato Nunes da Cruz will kick off the Brazilian run here, the 44-year-old. Germany, the quickest in the lead up to the Paralympics. The world record held by the United States of America, 40.73. That was recorded at the World Championships, which were conducted 3 years ago. So just taking a bit of time to get themselves organised here.
It's hard to see exactly where the delay is. They have to have officials around each changeover point.
Now the athlete, the first runner for Greece, Christos Koutelialis, has just got to the starting blocks. There's obviously a problem here with the runner from Sri Lanka. Not exactly sure what's going on, but he may be confused about where his mark is, where he's going to receive the baton. So just a shade of confusion out there. You can see in the middle of the screen moments ago, Oliveira just very keen to get moving, becoming impatient. But now we're in readiness, and in lane 8, Sri Lanka, Varana Gadara will kick off their team. This is the United States of America. How will they perform? Jerome Singleton, the 30-year-old with the big rise smile. For Germany, it's Marcus Rem, the 28-year-old. And stand by for a big cheer. It's Brazil in lane 5. He wants more, does Ronaldo Nunes de Cruz. Here is Greece in lane number 4. The start, Christos Koudalialis, and it'll be Sevdakalis who will bring them home, and Japan in lane number 3. Hajimu Ishida will kick them off as they'll be called to their marks in a moment. There are the athletes waiting, preparing to receive the baton at the first interchange. And here are the anchor legs, just ready to receive the baton and bring their team home. So here we go, the first race of the session. South Africa, the defending champions, not here. 41.78 is their Paralympic record to beat. Lanes 3 through to 8 being used. Ready. And away in the men's 4x100 T42 to 47 final, and already the United States getting off to a magnificent start. What a brilliant first leg as they changed batons. It was pretty clean as well. So the United States are off and gone. Chasing in second place now on the outside. Starting to pick up some ground is Germany, and also where's Brazil? They've got up into about third position. So it's the United States in front, coming towards the final change. Germany's about 5 meters away. Brazil gets to third. Oliveira receives the baton. Germany's coming at the USA here. 50 meters to go. USA powering away. What a final leg it was. USA gold medal. Hunter Woodhull brings them home. Germany second. Brazil a bronze medal. And then in fourth place, Japan, followed by Sri Lanka and Greece at the tail. It's a world record, 40.61. The USA have been pushed to the brink, but thanks to Hunter Woodhull, who poured away at the end, the 17-year-old. And what a terrific start it was by Jerome Singleton, and Jared Wallace down the back straight as well. What a contribution.
Well, they were pushed quite a bit by Germany in the end. A very strong German team. Interesting to see Marcus Rem, the great long jump champion, on their starting leg. Germany looked to just have the slight lead. Now the changeover, 40.82 for Germany in second place, is a new European record. Brazil and Japan with very strong times as well. Actually, Brazil coming through very well with Alan Oliveira on the anchor leg, but Woodhull anchoring it for the United States. They got the final changeover absolutely right, just when it looked as if Germany might be in a position to take it and take the advantage. And the United States break their own world record set in the World Championships in Lyon in 2013. But it's a great result for Brazil, and you must say for Alan Oliveira as well. He's had injury problems certainly the last 3 years since he won that hat-trick of golds in Lyon at the Worlds. And now he's got a Paralympic medal in Rio at the engine out.
What about this magnificent start from Jerome Singleton, the 30-year-old? A blistering getaway in lane number 7, but Germany were hot on their heels. Now have a look at the Brazilians. Their change was a little bit tardy, but clean enough. But what a powerhouse display from this next runner for Germany. It was the third leg. Felix String really kept them in it. And all of a sudden, round the turn, Johannes Flores had a chance. He had a little peek at Hunter Woodhull and thought, I might be able to catch you. But Woodhull was able to come away, and look at the last 50 metres. He powered and made a good thing of the world record.
Germany were marginally ahead in that final changeover, so you have to credit Woodhull that final break ahead of Flores. And it was Woodhull flooring it. Marvellous anchor leg. The United States, as a result, having really to break the world record in order to get the gold. German changeover was fine in the end, but the United States had the right man in leg number 4. 40.61, the new world record.
And how good was the reaction here as he drives to the line. Pure force from Hunter Woodall from the USA. And a new world record. Congratulations to them. And a gold medal to the United States as they put pressure on Brazil. They're just starting to creep up that gold medal tally. They're currently sitting on 5 equally now with Brazil in the gold medal count. So an exciting way to start the session.
Well, no doubt about that. Relays will always do that. Men's javelin F57. There are 14 in this. It's a huge field. Great geographical spread as well in it.
Yes, we have 14 athletes and a real spread of ages here as well, with the youngest of them being Cicero Nobra from Brazil, who will be introduced to the crowd shortly. The oldest being Cyril Charles from Seychelles, 53 years of age.
Yeah, Kalvandi of Iran throwing 50.98. Strong throwing nation, as we've seen in the last few major championships. The men's shot put F35 final as well. And again, this is a field of very good quality. Guai with the world record from 2008. But in this for Argentina, Enan Ura, who finished 4th in the shot put in Doha at the World Championships. Sam Ruddock of Great Britain, 5th in the shot in Doha. That's his best record. Mehran Majd, a former footballer, won bronze in London 2012. We're watching Enan Ura with the first throw. He's 19 years old. He's heading it out towards that Paralympic world record. It's beyond 14 meters, and that's going to set a very good early standard. Also to watch out for this, Fu Jinsan of China, 4 times the Paralympic Games medalist. 4 silvers in the 100, the 200, the discus and the long jump. He's versatile. And Hernan Ura is our early leader.
So that's a good start. So that's right up there with his best throw of the year. As we see Sam Ruddock of Great Britain. Now he is in pretty good form. He's thrown 0.1 less than the best he's ever thrown. He'd be loving to repeat that. Don't think we'll see a Paralympic record of 16.22 tonight, but who knows? And that looks as though it's just over the 12-meter mark, which is below par for Sam, with still plenty of attempts to follow.
Get him on the board at the very least. 6 in this final. The world champion is Saeed Muhsin Hassanaipa of Iran. Gold in Doha, where Edgarsbergs of Latvia won the silver. But the United States taking gold in the relay. New world record, breaking their own mark, 40.82. Brazil with the silver. United States disqualified. Germany get the gold, Brazil the silver, Japan the bronze. And that world record has been wiped out.
Well, what drama already in this session. We saw that team from the USA with the infectious smile of Hunter Woodall, but unfortunately that'll be wiped from his face. A disqualification in the relay to kick off proceedings. But let's now move on to the men's 4x100 meter round 1 for T11 to 13 classified athletes, and we have 2 heats in this event.
So it's only the winner guaranteed to go through from each heat. It's the 4 best performers overall in the times. There are 6 in total involved across the two heats. Azerbaijan have withdrawn from this. Uzbekistan and Brazil are now the only two starters here, but it's only the winners guaranteed to go through for now due to the mathematics. Brazil well represented. Geronimo da Silva in the opening leg, Araujo, Daniel Silva and Felipe Gomez. The last two going with guides, Daniel Silva and Felipe Gomez. Geronimo da Silva and Araujo not doing so. Now for Uzbekistan, it is Sakatov with his guide Kamra Kolakov, Abdurashov, Salev and Kamraev. They've thrown in a smattering of T12s where they're starting off T11. Both may get through here, it depends on the times. And it's the best 4 times across both heats, both semi-finals, to qualify for the final. So it's Uzbekistan in 3 and Brazil in 5. There's Saliev and Daniel Silva. Sakatov and Geronimo da Silva to get us underway. So underway in this men's 4x100 meters, T11 to T13. Sakatov starting for Uzbekistan, Geronimo da Silva for Brazil. Looks like Brazil have got a good lead in this. They get a changeover. Geronimo da Silva to Araujo over on the far side. It's Abdurashidov for Uzbekistan. Brazil look to have the slight advantage, not by a great amount though. It's Daniel Silva, takes it up for Brazil in this third leg, the penultimate leg. Saliev for Uzbekistan, they're getting the baton around well. Brazil, changeover first, and it's Felipe Gomez in the closing straight. Ahead of Kamraev in second place for Uzbekistan, and it's 42.70. Very close to the Paralympic record set by Russia at London 2012. Brazil take that. Uzbekistan in second. It's a South American record for Brazil. And Uzbekistan with 43.53. We'll have to wait and see if they make the final. But Brazil looked to have a slight lead throughout, and it really had exacerbated itself by the end when Felipe Gomez came through to win.
Yes, that was a dominant display and good form down the home straight from the Brazilian. So the 4 best here, which is actually out of 5 teams left out of the 2 heats, advance to the final. So out of this first round of heats, we're only eliminating 1 team before we get to the final.
But with the guides, could only have a 4-team final, so semis are still needed.
So very shortly we will have heat number 2, and that's between 3 countries. But we've also got another field event kicking off, which is the men's discus, the F11 class here, and there's 9 in this final. And some of these records haven't been knocked over for a while now. The German team, by the way, have just been told about their gold medal, the relay team, and they're going absolutely bananas here in front of the media tribune. I think they've just been informed of that. So all of a sudden, Paralympic gold is in their hands. But we'll move on to the field event that's about to take place. This is the men's discus, and here is the group of athletes about to be introduced, including this man, which is Sergio Paz of Argentina.
He's 45. Twice been a major championship silver medalist in the Pan Ams in Toronto and the World Championships in Lyon in 2013. Bill Marinkovic, he's been winning major championship medals for years. 3 times gold in the javelin, Athens in 2004, and at 2 subsequent World Championships. On Tapia of Italy, Finished low down in Doha in the shot and the discus. Friday, Abingane. Can he be a Monday medalist? His first major championship. Maria Silva Bragalete, his first major championship. For Poland, Miroslav Madzia, fourth in the discus in Doha, the World Championships, and fifth in Christchurch in 2011. Alessandro Rodrigo Silva, gold in the discus and the shot put at the Parapanams in Toronto. Yasser Satori of Tunisia, his major championship debut, and one of the greats for Spain. A 4 times Paralympic champion, 3 times in the shot, once in the discus. Sydney, Athens, Beijing and London. David Casino Sierra has won the gold in each one, and he is an 8 times world champion dating back to 2002. So Brazil winning that first heat to the men's 4x100 meters, T11 to 13, and Uzbekistan in second place.
So with the shot put well and truly underway, we saw the throws earlier of Hernan Ura and Sam Ruddock. And over the 14-meter mark there, that was a good throw from Fu Jingha from China. And that might just about take him into an early lead. We'll wait for confirmation. Oh, he's happy. The big fist pump to the coach. 14.76. Will China have the Paralympic record and world record? And they might dominate this event as well. The F-35 bench shot put 14 meters 76. And that puts even more pressure on Hernan Ura.
Ura of Argentina. It was a South American record in the opening round. Knocked down into second place as a result of that.
His first attempt was 14 meters 62, 14.46, which means that he sits in around second position as we move on to the men's 4x100 T11 to 13 second heat. It's China, Spain and Namibia. Namibia, the only country to post a time leading into these Paralympic Games. They clocked 44.49. And there is Johannes Nambala, the first athlete to go for Namibia. Here is Spain. The first athlete to go here for Spain will be Martin Parejo Mata. And here is China. It'll be Di Dongnong, the first athlete. And to Sun Hikao. And here is the anchor legs with Nanius Chikongo, the 30-year-old for Namibia, on the outside of the track. So the crowd called to be quiet. 3 teams here. We're only eliminating 1 for the final. The 5 teams contesting this first round. China in lane 3, Spain in lane 5, Namibia in 7. So where they go for an example here, 42.66 is the Paralympic record. Namibia have run 2 seconds outside of that leading into the Paralympics. A really good start by Namibia here down the back section. That's Nambala, who Gave it over to Tobias down the back section. And as they come round that top corner, it is out wide on the track, all Namibia. And there's been an issue with Spain here by the looks of it as they come around the turn. Yes, I'm not sure exactly what's happened with the Spanish team. And driving through is China. Absolutely flying home is Liu Wei. Liu Wei is going to bring them home. And it's going to be a good time as well, 43.02. Namibia in second. And it looks as though there's been an issue with the baton down the back section of the track for the Spanish team. Some confusion there, but they haven't finished and won't be able to get through to the final.
Well, that's great news for Uzbekistan and Namibia because they will both go through to the decider. Namibia 43.49. The slowest were Uzbekistan, but because Spain had massive baton issues in the back straight, they don't make it. China, that's a good time, 43.02. Di Dong Dong, who's already started very well in this competition in Rio in the first leg. And Liu Wei bringing them home. Now let's just take a good look at Spain. They're in the middle. They seem to get the first baton change absolutely right. Guide to guide here. So it must be the middle changeover where it went horribly wrong.
No.
And it did, and it did. Bodies all over the place, and that was it. They knew they weren't going to recover from that.
Yes, there was an eerie silence over the stadium when that changeover occurred. And, well, the Chinese were absolutely flying. And look at this for a powerful final leg. The Liu Wei steaming to the line. And Namibia make the final. So it will be Brazil and China really fighting it out for a gold medal. But China will go in as favourites in that final. The combination of Di Dong Dong, Sun Yiqiao, Chen Mingyu and Liu Wei. And a lovely transition there into the final leg as we track him all the way up the straight, but keeping his form well. And pure power as he crosses the line.
China lose a bit of time in that final changeover. It wasn't really the best in the end as Chen was handing over to Liu Wei, but they got it across and that was enough.
So still 30 degrees in the stadium here at the moment. Humidity around the 75-degree mark. Let's just have a look at that. I can confirm that for you. Yes, 81%. Still 81% humidity at 30 degrees in the stadium as we move back to the shot put. This is the men's shot put. Fu Jinghan moments ago, we saw him throw 14.76. Can he match it or go even better? I think he may have gone pretty close. He may have gone over the 15-metre mark here.
It's an excellent effort by the Chinese, puts further pressure on Ura in second place. Oh, he loves this, doesn't he? 15.19. Lifetime best.
He enjoyed that. This is Miran Kuimajad from Iran. Just looking a little bit confused at the moment. Just working out their order in that men's shot put. The officials working overtime. Please prepare for the next event on the track, which will be the first round of the women's 400 T20 classification. Let's just confirm the standings after round one of the men's 4x100 T11 to T13. It was Brazil, China, Namibia and Uzbekistan. So Brazil quicker in that opening round to give us a real form guide to later. Now, this is the women's 400 metres T20 classification and heat 1 in round 1.
Women's 400 metres T20 is the intellectual category. Barbara Noviziel has been a great champion, double European champion, and Grosseto 3 gold medals at the Worlds in Doha. She goes to the next one. Polish colleague Aleta Melok, European 800 metres champion, goes in this, and the former world 1500 metres champion for Poland. This is Sabina Stenka, silver in the 400 metres at the European Championships in Grosseto. And the outside lanes, Norklis Gonzalez of Venezuela and Katarina Husakova of the Czech Republic. Here's Brianna Clark of the United States, whose mother, Rosalind, won silver in the 4x4 in the 1976 Olympics in Montreal. It's her first major championship. She's from LA. Aleta Melok with that European gold in the 800, bronze in the 15. A real quality athlete, and there was silver in the 15 for Ilona Biaxi of Hungary. Former European 1500 metres champion, is a quality athlete as well, as is her twin sister Bernadette. So Melok on 3, Clark 4, Biaxi 5, Stenka 6, Husakova 7, Gonzalez 8. First 3 to qualify for the final, plus the next 2 across both heats. Brianna Clark starting very well. She's got a very, very strong lifetime best set this year of 55.88. Noviziel's the only one who's done better than that, and she's going to be in the second race. Clark going out really strongly, but also Norklis Gonzalez of Venezuela, the Pan Am Youth Games champion in 2013, who comes from Cumaná. Now Clark moving out very well out of lane 4. The rest, Stenka, Biaxi, Melok, drawing up right behind it. Look at how far at this stage. Brianna Clark is in front. Stenka in second place for Poland, and now Ilona Biaxi is coming up for Hungary. The real battle is for third at the moment. Brianna Clark is coming through to win this. It'll be a large margin of victory, 58-27. Second going to Stenka, and third Biaxi. They're the 3 automatically through to the final. And Clark was pretty much uncatchable in the end. Real agony for Husakova of the Czech Republic, but not for Clark, into the final as the winner. And she won by 1.4 seconds.
So the first 3 there going through to the final, but no doubt about the winner, Brianna Clark. And you spotted it so early there, Will, beginning so quickly, immediately onto the side of her athlete on the outside in Biaxi from Hungary, but a really nice run as well from Sabina Stenka from Poland, who just kept her form, ran her own race and ran a really strong second, and diving to the line in the end, Biaxi from Hungary in third place. So they immediately go through, and 4th and 5th will have to wait in the clubhouse as we move on to heat number 2.
An impressive amount of lifetime bests in that. And down went Husakova right at the end, and she was 6th there. She knows already she won't go through. It's actually gone down as a North American record for Brianna Clark, 52.85. Her lifetime best 300s quicker than that, but not in a fully IPC sanctioned race. So not a continental record despite it being a PB. And it was a good trot from her. I think there's a lot more in the tank there, and if she gets pushed in the final, I think she's capable of a lot faster. Lifetime best for Biaxi and Gonzalez as well. Clark, Stenka, Biaxi all through. Gonzalez and Melok will have to play the waiting game.
Now we zero in momentarily on the discus, and here is Tapia from Italy. This is for the vision impaired athletes in the F11 classification. 40-year-old, who has thrown his lifetime best recently. So looking for a big performance here at Rio 2016. And it's sent on its way. And that's going to be up where somewhere near he can throw around the 42.5 mark. We'll have confirmation of that in a moment.
Held that out impressively, heading out towards those 2 record marks. That's the lead. 40.89 for Oni Tapia of Italy. Leads by 4 meters. F11, so it's complete visual impairment. Guide to help get the technique right. Oni Tapia was born in Havana. It's former baseballer. Played in Italy. But David Casino Sierra, by far the man they have to beat. All those gold medals as he aims for a 5th straight Paralympic Games in which he's won the title. Casino Sierra, who's the defending Paralympic champion in this, the reigning world champion, converted from a shot putter. He's won the discus in the last 4 world championships. He's won the shot in 4 of the last 5 world championships. And he won 3 Paralympic titles in a row in the shot as well. And he's very good in that also, obviously, still. But that's not the distance he would have sought straight away. Still in 3rd place with a 35.74, but he can throw much further than that.
We move on to the women's 400 metres T20 classification, round 1, heat 2. We have 2 Hungarians involved here, and also the well-credentialed Barbara Novaciel, who goes in as the favourite, contesting the 400 and the 1500 here in Rio, as we see Paroska Kashontas from Hungary in lane number 4, the 22-year-old who was 4th in Doha in this event at the World Championships last year. First competed for Hungary only 2 years ago. And here is the favourite, Barbara Novaciel, who competed in London 4 years ago, was going to retire, but decided the crowds were so good that she was so spurred on she wanted to compete at another Paralympics. She's the defending champion in the 1500 metres. The defending world champion in this discipline, her time of 57.78 in Doha. So she's the one to watch in lane 3. Novaciel from Poland, Kashontas from Hungary in 4, Paim from Portugal 5, Kerestiji from Hungary 6, Zlovetska from Ukraine 7, Mohamed Arafin in 8. So that world record time set by Novaciel, 57.78, and she's got off to a clean start and is already at the shoulders of the athlete drawn next to her, which is Kashontas, and she's also glided past Paim from Portugal. So already making an early statement. It's Mohamed Arifin out wide, about to be claimed by Zlovetska from the Ukraine. Zlovetska's gone to the front with 200 metres to go, but look at getting into that stagger now. Novaciel from Poland towards the inside. They come off the back straight with about 150 metres to go, and Novaciel is doing this really well, and the race is on in 2nd place out wide. Mohamed Arifin is kicking back on the outside, and if anything, Zlovetska from the Ukraine is also lifting. I can't see on the inside Novaciel lifting here on the inside, or is he just playing with them? Mohamed Arifin going well. Novaciel's going to do enough to qualify, but it's not that convincing. And on the line, it was Mohamed Arifin winning from Zlovetska in 2nd, and Novaciel from Poland in 3rd place. And maybe the favourite just kept a little bit left in the tank.
Curious race at the end, considering how strong an athlete Navidzel is, that's a new Asian record for Mohammed Arifin. 58.96 it's been rounded down to. Islovetska in second, Navidzel third. Obviously, you get nothing apart from kudos and a nice pat in the back for winning a semi-final. But Mohammed Arifin did very, very well here. Now, Navidzel at this stage would normally be trotting through in front. It is a very fast time. It's within a second and a quarter of Navidzel's world record. Navidzel was obviously quite happy with how she was doing at that stage, but Mohammed Arifin really pushed it. Islovetska might have had something good in the tank as well. The world record was set in the World Championships in Doha when Navidzel was winning it last year of 57.78. She's come 2/10 away from that this season, but you have to be very impressed with how Mohammed Arifin. It's good pace, good stride, and Navidzel obviously with the instruction not to go out too hard. Sontis in fourth place, Kereshti in fifth, both for Hungary. Should probably go through there. I think Navidzel running really within herself. Mohammed Arifin, solid victory, good result, and opens the door for Malaysia maybe to have another big result. 3 goals already to their name.
Yes, just judging by the facial expression of Navidzel, there wasn't a great deal of stress there. She was cruising, but lovely to see that smile from Mohammed Arifin. Personal best for Islovetska from the Ukraine as well, and 59.2 the time for Navidzel. Comfortably qualifies. A PB for Kasontas from Hungary as well in fourth place.
As you can see, the back straight on the right here, picture of the engine now. Well populated for this evening session. And the weekend crowds we had were magnificent. Both the north and south stands, basically behind the goals of the normal football stadium here, absolutely full, and the lower tier right across the board full. Victory ceremony for the men's shot put, F42. That from earlier today. Paralympic record in this, and another gold medal for the main man in shot, Aled Davis. This leg amputee category. The special extendable podium. They thought Tom Hubscheid might do very well in this. They booked the Luxembourg sports minister for the presentation, Romain Schneider, alongside the ever-familiar Ed Warner. Yeah, Tyrone Pillay really set his stall out in this, and massive celebrations from him right at the end. Even though he knew gold and even silver were not going to be his, it was a very impressive African record for him, and it was the last row that did it. 13.91. He'd already set a new lifetime best of 13.66 in the third round. We had 2 continental records. Mauro Evaristo de Sousa with one for Brazil in fourth place, 13.59, but he was off the podium, and Tyrone Pillay on. Sajjad Mohammadian of Iran, season's best, 14.31. The reigning Asian Games champion and the silver medalist from the World Championships. It will be a familiar feeling, but he appreciates being on the podium. So another silver for Mohammadian. Well, Alan Davis has dominated the throwing events over the last Paralympic cycle. Gold in the discus, bronze in this shot at London 2012, but since then he's done the double in 2 World Championships and this year's Europeans as well. Great recognition for a truly superb athlete. Came 16 hundredths away, 16 centimeters away from a new world record, having only broken that in May. Paralympic record of 15.97 for Alan Davis. And he's getting used to hearing this. Well, a whole series of London 2012 champions have successfully defended their crown. Alan Davis stepping to the top of the podium this time in this. He still has a crown to defend elsewhere.
It was a powerhouse display. He just got better and better as the competition continued. It really was impressive. As we check the result of Heat 2 of the women's 400 for T20 classified athletes, and it was Muhammad Arifin from Malaysia successful. Zlevetska a personal best in second, and from Poland automatically going through to the final is Noviciel. I reckon there was a little bit left in the tank there and will be hard to beat in the final. Brianna Clark was impressive. That will be an excellent final.
For Latvia, it's Edgars Bergs setting up in this men's shot put final over F35. Very successful in the shot. He's won 5 major championship silver medals in his career, the most recently at the World Championships in Doha behind Hossein Apana of Iran. He's putting him potentially in with a medal chance here. Fu with 15 meters. That's a new European record for Bergs of 14.55. And he's in third. The final of the women's 400 meters, T44. Always one of the showpiece occasions. Features the world record holder Marie-Amélie Lefebvre. European and world champion Marie-Amélie Lefebvre. Grace Norman of the United States. So let's go through the field, and this is Giussi Versace. 2 medals in the Europeans in Grosseto in June. Really popular athlete in Italy. She is one of the Versace clan. Liz Willis of the United States, 10th in the 100 meters in the Worlds in Doha and 12th in the 200. Well, here she is, the Paralympic 100 meters champion from London 2012. The reigning European champion from Grosseto. She's won that twice in a row. Long jump Paralympic champion here, Marie-Amélie Lefebvre. First major championship for Sara Andres Barrio of Spain from Madrid. 8th in the discus here so far, and 5th in the 400 meters at the Worlds in Doha for the US, Jessica Himes. Well, here she is, the European 100 and 200 champion, silver in the 4, as was the case in the Worlds in Doha. Irmgard Ben-Suzanne of Germany. 4th in the 1, the 2 and the 4 in the Europeans in Grosseto, and 4th in the 400 meters in the Worlds, Federico Maspero of Italy. And gold here in the triathlon, and going for gold on the track now, Grace Norman of the United States, the reigning world triathlon champion as well as Paralympic triathlon champion. Marie-Amélie Lefevre going for her 2nd Paralympic title here in Rio and her 3rd in all. Reigning world champion over 400 and the long jump. Maspero with all those 4th places over the last 12 months. Giusy Versace on the near side. Sports presenter on TV in Italy, formerly in the fashion trade. Norman, Maspero, Ben-Suzanne, Himes, Andres, Lefevre, Willis, Versace. Final of the women's 400 meters, T44. Little wobble for Andres Barrio in lane 5 at the start, but she's okay. Himes away well. Marie-Amélie Lefevre is flying out of lane 6 at the moment. She's overtaken Liz Willis of the USA on her outside, and Giusy Versace. Look at that lead. She's well clear overall. Versace is 2 lanes away. Norman looking to push up for the United States. Going very well is Ben-Suzanne of Germany out of lane 3. But it's Marie-Amélie Lefevre who leads, heading for the final bend into the closing straight. Great success in London 2012. She won a gold, a silver and a bronze there. And Lefevre has got company. It's Irmgard Ben-Suzanne alongside the European 100 and 200 champion. But it's the great Marie-Amélie Lefevre heading for home. The Paralympic long jump champion here. Ben-Suzanne's closing on her. Can Lefevre hold on? She's just about going to make it, and Lefevre's made it, and it's a world record. 59.28 for Marie-Amélie Lefevre, with Ben-Suzanne in 2nd place. Norman Mabin coming up to the 3rd, but that's the legend made all the greater for the magnificent Marie-Amélie Lefevre. She's taken 0.03 of a second off the mark that she set in winning in Doha. Marie-Amélie Lefevre has done it again magnificently. It was 3 silvers for her in home soil in Lyon in her first World Championships after the last Paralympics. Norman takes the bronze, Ben-Suzanne the silver, but Marie-Amélie Lefevre has done it again.
So 59.27, a world record, and Susan's run a mighty race, 59.62. What a gripping finale it was. The last 30 metres, she was no good thing, Lefevre. She's had to grit her teeth in a dramatic finish. And the endurance coming through by the triathlon winner in Norman on the inside in 3rd, running a best for her region, 101.83, a personal best for Maspero from Italy as well in 103.83. It was a high caliber race, but she drapes the French flag around her. Plenty of French support near the winning line here as well. But what a great finish it was. Marie-Amélie Lefevre from France. And coming around the turn, right about now, you got the impression she was getting a little bit tired, and Ben-Suzanne just kept peppering away at that lead, but getting tired near the line. She needed the line, Lefevre, but wasn't it a great win?
Well, proof positive that, again, this is a really fast track, because we had 6 personal bests here. The world record for Lefevre, a new North American record for Grace Norman. Versace has been disqualified, by the way. She had finished 5th, Giusy Versace. We'll give you details on that shortly. But Lefevre, just look at her go. A truly wonderful athlete coming home for her 3rd Paralympic title. And this, her 2nd in Rio.
And the tracking camera just captured it beautifully as she just came into the straight. She had a little peek at the big screen, so she knew where Ben-Suzanne was. And she powered up the straight. She wasn't going to let that go. And if anything, the Germans pushed her into the world record.
Well, she really had to work hard. A little glance across and double delight that she's won and in a new world record time. And this is the camaraderie. Lefevre being congratulated straight away by the woman finishing in second place. She's on her lap of honour. It's going to be hard to stop her. And Ben Suzanne as well, with the greatest result of her career. Her first Paralympic medal, the European 100 and 200 champion. And Grace Norman, the Paralympic triathlon champion, gets the bronze medal here. Ben Suzanne the silver, and Marie-Amélie Lefevre the gold, and a new world record. And the action continues. The women's 1500 meters, T54, the fast racers in the wheelchairs. The first three to go through to the final, and the next four fastest. Included in this, the Paralympic champion, Tatiana McFadden, gold in the 4 here, and silver in the 1. The Commonwealth Games champion for Australia, Angie Ballard, and the world 800 meters champion, Madison de Rosario. For Brazil, Maria Fonseca Chavez from Santos, the city alongside Sao Paulo. First major championship for her. Nakayama of Japan, Vandenbroek of the Netherlands, Diane Roy of Canada, Maddie de Rosario of Australia. Here's Tatiana McFadden, 6 golds in the Worlds in Lyon, 3 golds at London 2012 and 1 here so far. Angie Ballard has 1 bronze and the 1 and the 4 here so far, and Catherine de Brunner on the inside for Switzerland. So the top 3 will qualify for the final, and they're away. De Brunner, Ballard, McFadden, de Rosario, Roy, Vandenbroek, Nakayama, and Fonseca Chavez, who'll take a while to go inside in the inside from lane 8, but Tatiana McFadden not wasting any time at all straight away. De Brunner on the inside as they're bunching up. The 2 Australian greats, Angie Ballard, gold in the 2 and the 4 in Doha at the World Championships. And Madison de Rosario, gold in the 8, just perching in right behind. It's quite a tactic to go out straight in front, straight away. Big lead for the great Tatiana McFadden, who's going for a 5th Paralympic gold medal in this competition. De Brunner tucked in behind Ballard and de Rosario there as well. 3 laps to go.
It's a high-quality field, no doubt about that. McFadden, who's competing in 7 events here in Rio, leads, but just edging off the inside slightly, and as a result, De Brunner is just going to kick up underneath. Ballard is going to follow her through and is now right there in the box seat, doing a little bit of extra work on the outside is McFadden. And then 3 back along the inside is de Rosario as they come off the back section. Going back to 4th place now is McFadden as De Brunner leads the way, coming around the home corner with a great 2 laps to go. And towards the end of the field at the moment, Vandenbroek is second last, and it is Fonseca Chavez at the tail of the field, but looking quite confident as she looks up at the big screen. They're going to pack up here, De Brunner. If anything, they've just slackened off with 2 laps to go.
And it's De Brunner who's out in front, McFadden on the outside, Angie Ballard in second place, Madison de Rosario in 3rd. Now a little bit of extra movement on the outside from Tatiana McFadden. She moves up into 3rd. Back in 5th then for the Netherlands, Margaret Vandenbroek, bronze in the 4 and the 8 in the World Championships. But they're still all tightly bunched together. Fonseca Chavez, there was a threat she might be falling off the back by this stage. But you can see how tightly bunched they are. And now Tatiana McFadden goes, and she has gone. A lap and a half to go, and she's decided to go for it from here. McFadden, well, it won't be 7 golds. It can still be 7 medals and 6 golds. De Brunner in second place, but McFadden way out in front. Now, Vandenbroek goes out into second place. De Brunner will be in 3rd. Roy coming out in 4th. There's the bell, and it's the big lead here for the one and only Tatiana McFadden.
It's a massive lead indeed with 350 metres to go. So McFadden with a big margin heads into the back. It's a real scrap for second place. First 3 here go through, and then the next 4 fastest advance. Now let's have a look for second place. Vandenbroek on the inside. Now moving up into 3rd is de Rosario for Australia and is really putting in a claim. Where's Ballard? She's buried back on the inside at the moment. She has the tiring Japanese athlete in Nakayama in front of her, but concentrating on the leader. Coming around the turn, it's McFadden. Her personal best is 3:13.27, the world record. It's not going to be anywhere near that, but this is impressive. That real surge with 2 laps to go, and she's going to win it well. So it's McFadden, a big winner. Now for Australia coming through, the Rosario will qualify automatically. And then in third for Japan, it looks to be Kazumi Nakayama, who will go through as well.
Really, really impressive by Tatiana McFadden. She shot away with 600 to go, but impressive by De Rosario as well. Down the closing straight. She rocketed it away with around 75 remaining. Diane Roy of Canada going through in third place. But De Rosario showing great strength. And Tatiana McFadden, this was the moment. Just look at the acceleration. De Bruyne leading the pack, and then McFadden just goes. And she was gone from there. She's really put down a marker for the rest to follow. It's the top 3 going through. But McFadden getting great placement and a great psychological advantage over the rest of the field. And she was well clear in the end by 4 seconds. De Rosario, great strength from her in the battle to win second place with around 200 meters to go. But you just look at that great upper body strength of Tatiana McFadden. 3:27.41, good victory for her. De Rosario and Roy, Swift also, Vandenbroek and De Bruyne just run out of it in the closing straight. But she's the one to beat, certainly.
Now over at the discus cage, we have the Brazilian. And this is Rodrigo Alessandro Silva, the 32-year-old, who is steadily upping the ante. It's a busy corner of the arena at the moment, with the wheelchair races also starting from this area. And let's see, that's a terrific attempt. That's over the Paralympic record if that marker is correct. We'll wait for confirmation, but that's a terrific performance by Silva. Wow, that is a throw. And look at his guide, absolutely delighted. Paralympic record 43.06, and that'll be mighty hard to beat halfway through the competition.
So Tatiana McFadden, a strong winning time in that first heat of the women's 1500 metres T54, 3:27.41, with Madison De Rosario of Australia and Diane Roy of Canada also going through for certain.
So we move on to heat number 2 of this women's 1500 metres. And here we see Christy Dawes from Australia drawn against Aline Rocha from Brazil, and Chelsea McClammer from the USA in the middle, and Amanda McGrory from the outside, who competes in 5 events here. As we have a look at them line up for this second heat. There is Aline Rocha, the 25-year-old, personal best of 3:30.9, which she was able to produce this year. Christy Dawes on your screen, 36 years of age. And there is from Sweden, Gunilla Wallongren, drawn the inside lane. So they're ready. So the benchmark already set by Tatiana McFadden of 3:27.41 on their journey. And from the deep, it is McGrory coming over, and driving through is Shea from Switzerland, who already puts up a very big margin. Has already got about 10-15 metres in front of her opposition at this stage. Ma Jing from China goes up into second position, doing some work off the inside line. As they settle into their positions, the Australian Dawes is next on the inside, the 36-year-old from Australia. And out deeper on the track, McGrory is 3 wide at this early stage. But this is a big lead already with 3 laps to go. It's Switzerland in front, Manuela Schaier.
She's the former European champion, Manuela Schaier, and just look at the gap back to second place in China and Ma Jing. It's her first major championship, but she still managed to finish in 6th place in the 400 metres final. For Australia now in 3rd place is Chrissy Dawes. Good movement coming up on the outside, which was needed. McClammer and McGrory, the 2 Americans, are moving up, trying to catch up with Manuela Schaier, the marathon gold medalist 2013 in Lyon. Her only previous Paralympic Games medals coming in 2004, a silver in the 2, a bronze in the 1, an 08, a bronze in the 2. She might have got a bit early here, Manuela Schaier. She's just moving alongside. Interesting tactic, I think, maybe just to wind a few of them down. And now she's been joined alongside by those 2 Americans, Chelsea McClammer, the 400 silver medalist, and also by Amanda McGrory.
So it's the 22-year-old McClammer leading. McGrory, who covered extra territory early from that wide draw, has got into the slipstream of the other American and now moves to the outside. Now trying to rally on the inside is Schaier from Switzerland. Then a long gap to a battle for 4th place. We have Jade Jones from Great Britain. Then came on the outside Ma Jing for China, and then trapped away on the inside, tucked away at this stage, is the Australian Christy Dawes. But coming around the home turn to greet the bell, the 2 Americans now separated by Schaier from Switzerland. And as they come in to receive the bell with about 450 metres to go, and this is a strong performance so far from McClammer, who leads Schaier, and then McGrory in 3rd place, and they would be 40 metres in front of anybody else. In 4th place narrowly is Ma Jing from China, but it's a real race in 3.
Yeah, McGrory going on the outside. It's McClammer on the inside. Manuela Schaier, who just seemed to step back a little bit and let the Americans join her, and she went into their slipstream. And this is good teamwork, if you like, between these 3. Now, Ma Jing of China is trying to bridge the gap in 4th place. Well back in 5th is Dawes. It's all about repositioning themselves. It's the first 3 you'll go through anyway. It's a good piece of movement. Was decided to go for this, really. McClammer in the end. Shall be left behind in 3rd. It'll be America 1-2 by the looks of it, McClammer and McGrory. But really, it doesn't matter a huge amount because these 3 will make it. It's a race for pride in the end between McClammer and McGrory. It's a real personal US battle, and it looked like McClammer got it for me. It's a Paralympic Games record, 3:22.76. And in 3rd place was Manuela Schaier. 4th for Australia, Christy Dawes. 5th for China was Ma Jing. Time might be fast enough for those 2 to certainly go through. Amanda McGrory, excellent win for her in 3:22.75, and that Paralympic Games record with McClammer in 2nd place. They really loved that race in the end, didn't they? It was good breakout to leave Schaier behind in 3rd in the end. But it's those 3 to go through, McGrory, McClammer and Schaier. Really good acceleration there on that penultimate bend.
Well, as you mentioned, it was a race for pride between the 2 Americans, and nothing between them, with McGrory just getting the verdict. It was narrow in the end from McClammer, and then it was Switzerland 3rd, Australia 4th, a personal best for Christy Dawes, a time of 3:28.57. Ma Jing has recorded a record for her region as well, and then it is a personal best for Rocker and a season's best for the long run from Sweden. So plenty of achievements down the list, but a Paralympic record for McGrory, 3:22.75, really pushed by her compatriot, and there was little in it on the line.
Yes, very, very good race, and credit to Amanda McGrory for just pipping McClammer on the line. 100th of a second between them. Paralympic record, 3:22.75 for her. Schaier also going through, as do the next 4. That includes the new Asian record for Ma Jing, 3:28.63. That is quite a field for the final. 3 for United States, 2 for Australia, Canada, Sweden, Brazil, China, Switzerland represented as well. Good field, that. And back to the big Latvian Edgars Bers in this men's shot put F35 final. We're into the final round. He's lying third. Only a slight improvement really needed for him to get into the top two, to get further up on the podium. It's already a European record. 14.55 for him in the third round. He needs another, well, effectively 40 centimeters. Needed to be right up on the 15-meter mark. It's close again, but I'm not sure that's made it. Bronze for Bergs for Latvia. That was 14.35, 20 centimeters down on his best.
Next is the men's 100-meter T34 final. And this is the field getting organised at the start for one of our highlights of the evening. And going in as favourite, Walid Khatila from Tunisia, who set the Paralympic record in qualifying for this final, 15.44. As you can see, he's also the world record holder of 14.95 and has drawn in lane number 4. We've got lanes 1 through to 8 being used here. The second quickest, as personal bests are concerned, is Reid McCracken from Australia, the young 19-year-old. As we work down the list, this is Sébastien Maugre from France on the inside lane, the 34-year-old. Qualified at a time of 16.70. This is Mohamed El Khabaisi from Qatar, 23 years of age. Henri Mani from Finland. His personal best is 15.59, not quite in that form at the moment. Walid Khatila from Tunisia. He is the world champion, defending Paralympic champion in this 100 metres. He clocked 15.91 to win that gold medal in London, 15.75 in the World Championships. Reid McCracken was the youngest member of the athletics team in London in 2016. Runner-up in London, so he has a score to settle. This is Austin Smink from Canada, 19 years of age. His personal best is 15.96, just outside of that in qualifying for the final. This is Mohamed El Hamadi from the United Arab Emirates. He has got quite a slick personal best, but he's not in that form at the moment. And Bohan Mitik from Switzerland in the outside lane, 16.10 is about 0.7 outside his lifetime best. So the field getting organised for the men's 100-metre T34 final. And there is our favourite, Walid Khatila from Tunisia, 31 years of age. Defending Paralympic champion. Ready to go. Set now. No, they've been called away. Too much noise in the stadium with one of the field events. So they'll set themselves again. Now that's better. The crowd being called to hush. So that is Walid Khatila in the middle of the screen, McCracken to his left, Mani from Finland to his right. And away at the second attempt, Khatila was the best away. On the inside, Maugre began quickly. McCracken is lifting mid-race. The leader is Khatila at the 50. Still leads comfortably. McCracken trying hard. Khatila's going to do it again. And a time of 15.15 Paralympic record from McCracken in second place. Mani third. But he's hard to beat, isn't he? The 100 and 200 metre Paralympic champion and the world champion. Too good again. That time of 15.14, clearly quicker than what he recorded in the Paralympic Games in London, 15.91, which franks our thoughts that it's a fast track. McCracken gave his all, but it went to the script really. Walid Khatila over Reid McCracken, silver medal for Australia, and Henri Mani from Finland in third place on the inside. And then the scrap for fourth, out wider, it was Mohamed El Hamadi in fourth, and it was Mitik from Switzerland in fifth place.
He really is in a class of his own, Walid Khatila. In the last two World Championships, he's won 4 gold medals each time, the 1, the 2, the 4 and the 8 in this T34, the fastest of the cerebral palsy wheelchair categories. Reid McCracken with a new Oceania record, 15:34. For a little while, it looked as if he might test Kitila. Might have had an opportunity of fighting back, but he just has such a solid start in this T34. McCracken was up with him for a good bit, was flying, was gaining, you'll see, for a bit. But then once Kitila had really hit his stride by 50, he was not going to be denied. He successfully defends his 100 meters title. Pushed all the way through, 15.14, breaking the Paralympic record from the semi-finals. And he did that by 0.3 of a second. Al Hamadi as well with the continental record for Asia in 4th. But Mani also with a lifetime best. He's a multi-European champion. The only man in the top 4 not to set a new lifetime best, Kitila, but a Paralympic record will do him. And it's another Paralympic gold for him, and it's the 3rd of his career.
So reiterating, a gold medal to Tunisia, a silver medal to Australia, and a bronze medal to Finland, and a Paralympic record next to the name of Kitila. He is a star. Now we press on with the shot puts. This is the men's shot put final for F35 classified athletes. And this is Hernan Ura, 1491. He has really upped the ante. Can he improve on that? I don't think so. Paralympic record and world record out of their reach here tonight. It was always going to be a mountain to climb, but this has been a good performance by Ura, continuing to improve. He's had a battle with Fu Jinhan from China, and that throw of 14.56 consolidates his position at the moment in 2nd ranking. This is Fu Jinhan, has thrown 14.76 already tonight.
Now, is he passing up his throw here? I think he is. Ura, with that final effort, means he won't overtake Fu. He's won the gold. He's not going to throw again. He's looking for the national flag. And he's got it.
Well, 15.19 was his best, and he doesn't have to throw anymore. He's happy to take the gold.
That's perhaps the fastest he's gone all night. It's another gold for China. They've won more athletics titles than anyone else, and more overall titles across this Paralympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. Fu Jinhan takes it. Lifetime best for him. The top 4 all throwing lifetime best, but Fu best the pile. 15 meters 19. Ura with a European record in 2nd place, 14.91. Fu our winner. A margin of 28 centimeters for China. Ura, that South American record, 14.91 with a silver. Berg's European record for Latvia, 14.55. He gets the bronze.
So next up is the men's 1500 meters T54 category, and this is going to be entertaining. 3 heats, the first 3 in each heat go through, and then the next 1 will advance. So not much room for error if you finish 4th. And we see here in this first group, Kenny Van Weigel, a familiar name there on the right of picture in lane number 2. He's already tasted success today. There's Yassine Gabi from Tunisia, a Thai athlete, given a strong chance here with a personal best of 2:55. Prawat Bahuram, and through to Aaron Pike of the USA, the 30-year-old. And here is Kenny Van Weigel, who turned back the clock with a gold medal in the 400 in the earlier session. Silver medalist in the 800 meters in Doha, to give you some sort of a form guide to the 1500 meters. And next to him is Ebbe Blichfeldt from Denmark. So they get organised for this first heat over the 1500 meter journey. Getting organised out wide, Gabi from Tunisia. They're ready. Still 30 degrees in the stadium here for this first heat over the 1500 meters. And Kenny Van Weigel, well, he's still on cloud 9 after that gold medal in the first session. He's gone straight to the lead. Boulder in 2nd position in the early stages as they sort out their order going back through the field. Blichfeldt is back to 2nd last in the early part. And we see them almost racing in single file. But it's Kenny Van Weigel, whose personal best is 3:01.3. He's going to come through and lead this in the early part. And I'd say there would be about 5 or 6 wheelchair lengths covering the field.
Van Weigel, the 400 meters champion from earlier today, just ahead of Balde in second place. And Waharam, the 5,000 meters champion here in Rio, taking up third at the moment. On the inside for Canada in fourth place, Alexandre Dupont. We've seen quite a bit of his wife this week as well in competition in fourth place on the inside. And the outside then for Japan, Noguchi. Manu at bronze in the 5,000 meters in the Asian Games 2014, silver in the 5, bronze in the 15 in 2013. He's never won a Paralympic Games medal though. Van Weigel, I don't believe he's ever won a medal at a distance longer than 800 meters in a major championship. Balde's taking up the story at the moment. Now behind is Waharam in second place, really slowing down all of a sudden. Remember, it's the first 3 who go through in this. It's only the next fastest loser across the entire field then who'll go through. Bit of a move here from Aaron Pike. He's based in Illinois. We've got 2 to go.
Yes, Pike is going to set them alight here. And it was Balde who initially led, who was 8th in the 5,000 meters here. Moving up on the outside is Pike to go to the lead. From on the inside, Dupont from Canada. Balde is hanging tough. And then Van Weigel, he's just going to tuck in to get the slipstream in fourth place on the outside as they come off the back straight. Now shuffled back there, Waharam from Thailand. He was right up there on the premises, has gone back to third last, and now is going to try and loop them again and come for another surge with a lap to go. So it's the USA in front. It's Pike in front, but here comes Waharam and a move from Japan. Higuchi right on the outside, up to third, and now up to second with a lap to go.
Look at Waharam shoot up on the bell, and on the outside for Japan, it's Higuchi. Still up there as Pike, beginning to fall back, but Waharam, that's the sort of timing he showed in winning the 5,000 meters here in Rio. Good work by the Japanese, Higuchi. On the back straight, Balde now moving on the outside, getting up in third place, ahead of Aaron Pike for the United States. And it's Van Weigel back in fifth, and now they're beginning to rocket away. It's a good lead for Waharam, and they all look to have timed this absolutely right to get through to the final. It's Waharam who leads, Higuchi in second place, Balde in third, Van Weigel, that great sprinter, up in the fourth, but it's the top 3 who make it in 3:06.55. Waharam wins it, Higuchi second, Balde third, in fourth was Van Weigel, in fifth looked to be Pike. But it's only the top 3 definitely through, and 3:06.54 the winning time. And he's the master of timing, Prawat Waharam.
And the master of tactics as well. He really worked into that with 2 laps to go. He wanted to be up there, but just got shuffled back with that move from Aaron Pike. And here he goes again, moving up on the outside. And he had Higuchi behind him. He brought Higuchi into the race, so he's done so well to fend him off in the latter stages. And in third place, Elisane Balde from Germany, and he has clung on for third, and Kenny Van Weigel in fourth. We'll have to wait and see. 3:09 was his time, which is about 0.8 outside his personal best, but he has had a big afternoon. So success there for Thailand with the first 3 going through to the final. So no worries there for Waharam, Higuchi and Balde, but a real indication and a real preview as to how exciting this 1,500 meter racing can be.
There are 3 heats in this. Waharam winning it 3:06.54. Higuchi through 3:06.76. Balde through 3:07.14. Van Weigel's the fastest loser for now. 2 heats to go. 3:09 dead. The rest are out.
So back to the discus momentarily. This is Miroslav Maciej from Poland. 9 competitors in this event. This is the 35-year-old. His personal best is 36.76, which he has been throwing around the mark this season. And he currently sits in second position. In fact, 7th position. He's second in the order, 7th position in the rankings. And that almost a no throw out of the boundary area. Get that confirmed. If it did register a score, no, it didn't. So that's the last attempt for Madzia. His best 32.5 keeps him in 7th position, but he was 2nd in the order. So we're working up, and at this point, the best throw has been 43.16. 43.06, just inside the season's best of 43.16 for silver for Brazil, but 43.06 throw we brought you earlier. As we now have a look at Sergio Paz from Argentina. Paz, the 45-year-old, not throwing near his lifetime best this season. The typical routine, and it just hasn't come off the fingers properly there. It just glanced off, and as a result didn't get the distance required. He'll be disappointed with that.
Interesting thing is, a man who's had so many strong Paralympic games in the throwing, Davakina Serrero, at the moment is down in 3rd place, and he's quite a bit off the pace. Paz in 6th. So this is the second heat of the 3 in the men's 1500 meters T54, and it features the 6-time Paralympic Games, 6 times world champion David Weir of Great Britain, who is currently a 5-time European champion. Jake Lappin of Australia there went out in the semi-finals of the 4 here. Rawat Tana, the Asian, a world champion from Doha over the 15 and the 5. Talk about timing from Thais. He did it marvelously in Qatar. Julien Casselet of France, bronze in the 4x4 in Doha. David Weir, what a CV. Gold in the 8, the 15, the 5,000 and the marathon at London 2012. Daniel Romanchuk, the Pan Am 5,000 meters champion for the United States. Tobias Lutzer of Switzerland, 5th in the 5 in the Europeans. Hong Suk Man, the 400 meters Paralympic champion in 2008. And on the near side for Canada, Tristan Smith, up and coming, based out of Vancouver. Man from British Columbia. Going up into the front then is Julien Casselet, very good form. Couple of Paralympic medals, bronze in the 5,000 in London 2012. But look at Jake Lappin going the outside. It was his birthday yesterday. He turned 24 years old, based out of Melbourne, and he started racing because he met Kurt Fernley and was impressed and said, I might give this a try. Man on the outside, Rawat Tana, has been here so many times before. Expect him to leave Rio with a medal or 2. And on the inside, Jake Lappin in 2nd.
3 laps to go. So the leader is Lappin. From in 2nd place, Casselet, Weir in 3rd, and then Tana from Thailand in 4th place on the outside. Just tucked away at the moment is, on the inside for Canada, Smythe. So the Australian leads, but here's Tana on the outside. The American in Romanchuk is caught very wide and is steadily trying to follow the Thai around. As they move off the back section, it is Lappin, the 24-year-old, who leads by a length, with Tana 2nd the outside, Casselet 3rd the inner. And then in 4th is Weir in a lovely position, effectively 1 out and 1 back as they just edge off the inside slightly. The Australian just trying to slacken the tempo if he can, and sneaking up on the inside is Casselet, and if he's not careful, no, he's going to close the door, the Australian. So with 2 laps to go, Australia leads Thailand, and in 3rd place, France.
It's Jake Lappin out in front, but Tana's still in a very good position here for Thailand. Looking to make a big move now is Tana, and also David Weir. Weir, who won silvers in the 1500 and the marathon last year in the World Championships. The marathon was in London, and the rest all being run in Doha. He's a great competitor, Rawat the ties really came back to the fore in the wheelchair racing in Doha last year, and here he is out in front with 500 meters to go. Weir on his outside and Lapin on his inside. Little bit of a move looks to be coming from the Korean Hong Suk Man, the 400 champion from 08 in Beijing. Here's the bell, and it's Rawat in the lead.
So the second heat is nice and keen here. First three will go through to the final. So it's Tana in front, from Weir on the outside, tucked in is Lapin, third the inner, and then Hong, who's stalking them in fourth position. Romanchuk behind them, Casserly the outside, and then Smythe the inner. So they go for home, and powering up on the outside is Weir with 200 metres to go. Moves up to Tana, and then Hong in third. Now Lapin's going to have to work on the inside if he wants to automatically qualify for Australia. Coming round the turn, so it's kicking up on the inside. Tana, he won't be denied from Weir the outside, then Hong and Lapin. Tana just in front with 25 to go from Weir, and it's going to be Tana, Thailand again from Weir, Hong, and then Lapin in fourth place. And then a gap Romanchuk, Casserly, and then towards the end Leutcher, and last to complete Smythe. So it was a terrific heat, and again it is Thailand. Rawat Tana, his personal best 2:54.72. He has recorded 3:6.24 here, but again tactics winning the race.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Now Lapin trying to get through in the slipstream. 3:06.73 means Kenny Van Weigel won't reach the final now. Very, very impressively done by Rawat. He just timed that very well, but Weir then just got in alongside. Hong likewise. There was only 1200s between the top three in the end. And it's Tana who takes the honours, and he's on his way into the final as a winner. And it's not the only race he fancies winning, but now let's see the medalists. But in what order in the throwing cage in this men's discus F11? David Casinas Sierra, second round, 38.58, needs an extra 4.5 meters to get back on top of the podium and to win the gold for Spain. A great campaigner. He's won the titles in London, in Beijing, in Athens and in Sydney. He's launched it out. It's good, it's around 37.5, but I don't think it'll be enough. It'll be bronze for David Casinas Sierra, and he acknowledges now that he's on the podium, but it won't be the top step. Gave it a good go. This great veteran Spaniard, not his night. It's bronze for Spain for David Casinas Sierra. Oni Tapia, the former professional baseballer who moved to play in the Italian league, then lost his sight. That's a good effort again. He needs an improvement of around 2.5 meters, and I don't think that's it. 40.89 in the opening round. It's 43.06 that's leading for silver. And I think we can just about mark it down now that it's another gold for Brazil. Tapia with the silver for Italy. Out around 40 meters. There is the 40-meter mark there. It's short, so Brazil get the gold for silver. It's silver for Tapia. 40.89. Italian silver, but Brazil's silver gets the gold. And here he is. The Paralympic record, and silver enters the cage for the final time. He knows he's the Paralympic champion. It's a lap of honor for him. Brazil have their 6th gold medal in athletics at the Paralympic Games in Rio. And he didn't care where it went, because he cares what's going around his neck. That's not even 30 meters. But we have a new champion for Brazil, Alessandro Rodrigo Silva.
Setting the stadium alight. The crowd on the bottom tier of the stadium loving every moment of that. And here is the technique in his final throw. Not the cleanest of throws, but it won't matter. He'll have the medal draped around his neck shortly. A Paralympic record with that throw of 43.06, setting a new benchmark. And here is the replay of the second heat of the men's 1500. The drive to the line. It was Thailand winning, with Roat Tana successful. David Weir from Great Britain in second. Hong from Korea qualifies. Jake Lappin has to wait for the third heat and see if he can go through as the fastest fourth. So next up we have the men's 1500 metres heat number 3, and there is the lineup with one athlete in the T53 classification in Joshua George from the USA, gold medalist in the 100 metres in Beijing. His classification 8 years ago, 5th in the 5,000 here and 7th in the 400 already here at Rio 2016. And as they line up outside to inside, we've got Thailand here, Saishon Kongen. Personal best of 258.58 would see him competitive here. Kurt Fearnley, bronze medalist in the 5,000 metres. 3 times Paralympic gold medalist in the marathon in 04 and 08 and the 5,000 in 04. He's won 11 Paralympic medals. As we head down to the inside lane, El Dahiri from the UAE in 2 and George, number 1, takes the inside. So they're ready to go third heat of the 1500, but there's been an issue, and it looks as though the Canadian Josh Cassidy was saying he couldn't hear the gun, couldn't hear the starter. There was quite a bit of noise in the stadium at the time, so they're going to call them back.
And the reason for that noise is because our new Brazilian champion in the men's discus, Alessandro Rodrigues Silva, is celebrating pretty much right behind the start line. There he is. And Cassidy wasn't going to go. You could see the crowd's delight there, just in the top of your picture, and a few wheelchair racers who weren't delighted.
Take 2. We've got Marcel Hug from Switzerland. 3 from the top. The runner-up in the 5,000 metres already at the games, and away they go. So from the left of screen, Kongen's coming over quickly. Fearnley's going to come over with him, and driving through is Liu from China on the inside, so it's pretty close early. And Cassidy is going to try and probe through as well. And George on the inside is giving no quarter either. So at the moment, it's Liu leading from China, with on the outside it is Hug, and then behind them is Cassidy, who's just off the inside. George the inside, and here's Fearnley moving up now, and Fearnley's going to take it up into the lead with 3 laps of the stadium to go.
Fearnley, Hug on the outside, Kongen on the inside for China, Liu Chenming, and you certainly can't miss those psychedelic wheels of Josh Cassidy of Canada in 5th place on the inside. Hug in a good position. Fearnley's done his work for now. Wants Hug to take over. A little signal he's made. He wants the rest to take over. Hug takes up the initiative. The man who's 7 world titles to his name, 17 world championship medals. He's not yet, as we keep saying, won a Paralympic gold. There's only one way for him to change that. Fearnley on the outside, 3 times a Paralympic Games champion, 4 times a world champion. Still big movement on the inside from Liu Chenming of China, who finished 8th in the 400 metres final. And it's really slowed down here. Hug leads, Fearnley second, 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I'd say it's been just about the slowest heat so far. So Hug from Fearnley on the outside, who's been dictating things at the moment. Liu tucked in 3rd the inside. And here now is a manoeuvre around the outside to put a little bit more speed into it. And this is from George from the USA. So he's going to move up 3 wide. So Hoog, George the outside, Fernley is in between them. Liu next on the inside. Congen's watching this all unfold. He is one off the inside in 5th place as they come towards the home turn. But it is Switzerland, the 30-year-old Marcel Hoog, who leads from Fernley. They've been 1-2 right up there from the start. Liu behind them. George is out deep, and he's running some cover at the moment for Congen, who's in the centre. El Dahiri is next behind them as they go past with 1 lap to go.
There's the bell, and it's Marcel Hoog who leads. It's Fernley in 2nd place. These 2 men very confident that they'll be in the top 3. They really slowed it down here. In the 3rd place for China now is Liu, but a big acceleration from Josh George on the outside for the United States, the 100 meters champion in Beijing in 08. Hoog defending his line very well. Fernley right alongside. Liu is boxed in at the moment in 3rd place. It's still Josh George on the outside. Big movement beginning to come from Kim Gye-dae from Korea, but as they hit the final bend, it's Marcel Hoog, the silver bullet, who leads here. Still a big movement from the Thai. Congen coming on the outside, looking to take it. It'll be Hoog and Congen together on the line, and in 3rd place was Liu. Fernley was in 4th. That was 3:05.23. And has Fernley made it? Well, we know the top 3 certainly have. Congen's been given that 3:05.22. Hoog in 2nd, 3:05.24. And in 3rd place was Liu Chenming for China. And Fernley, well, he's going to have to wait to see if he's managed to make it through in 4th place. But Congen, Hoog and Liu, the 1, 2, 3 have certainly made it. And Fernley 4th, 3:05.47, and that's it. Fernley is through.
So he's had to knock off his own countryman and Jake Lappin to get there. But another competitive finish, and again it is Thailand who are going to have 3 in the final. It's going to be red, white and blue all over the place in the 1500-meter final. And driving to the line, Saichon Congen, the 33-year-old, getting the better narrowly of Hoog, who put in a tactical race. And it was Liu in 3rd place, just ahead of Fernley. There's George, who set them alight with 2 laps to go, just completing the course. So the time, 3:05.222. We'll check how that compares in a moment. Here is the result from Heat 3. Saichon Congen from Thailand, Marcel Hoog from Switzerland, Liu Chenming from China, Kurt Fernley in 4th, Kim Gye-dae from Korea in next position. And the way the final will shape up, as I mentioned, 3 from Thailand. Kurt Fernley scrapes in as the quickest 4th in the race. David Weir will be there. It'll be a great race.
Great champion being honoured in this women's 400 meters. T44. And a world record set in this by Marie-Amélie Lefebvre. This was a really good contest, and actually 3 athletes with quite the life story. Grace Norman, having won the triathlon yesterday, coming onto the track and winning a bronze here. And Imgard Ben Suzanne was a former athlete on the IAAF circuit, the able-bodied circuit, if you will, for South Africa, but couldn't declare for them as a para-athlete. Her mother's German, and that's where the silver's going. Georgios Fentelakis. Silvara Multini, our presentation party. '16 has in many ways been Grace Norman's year. The world triathlon champion, now Paralympic triathlon champion, and for good measure on the track, bronze in the women's 400 meters. in the T44 and a North American record to boot of 101.83. What an athlete, what a year. And the sky's the limit, and she's still only 18 years old. She can only get better. What a foundation to start from. Bronze medal, bronze, Tom. The double sprint champion at the Euros in Grosseto, gold in the 1 and the 2. Her first Paralympic Games. She's with that great multi-sport club Bayer Leverkusen up in the Ruhr Valley. A former hurdler, as she was in the IAAF circuit, and now is a T44 athlete, a silver medalist in the Paralympic Games, and it's been a great rise for her, having started with 3 silvers in those Euros in Swansea 2 years ago. Silver in the Worlds in Doha, and silver here in Rio de Janeiro. Très bien. One of the true greats. She's completed the same double that she did at the World Championships in Doha. Gold in the long jump and a 1 lap of the track in the 400 meters. And she's in the committee for the French bid for 2024. Marie-Amélie Lefebvre, a true great champion. Her second gold medal of this Paralympic Games to go with the 100-meter title that she won at London 2012. That brilliant effervescent smile. And Marie-Amélie Lefebvre can, for the second time, sing along with La Marseillaise. She's a fun athlete to watch, and she is a champion again. Marie-Amélie Lefebvre takes the gold for France, but Ben Suzanne and Norman are 2 peaches of athletes in their own right. 3 magnificent athletes on the podium. And Marie-Amélie Lefebvre quenches La Femme again. Fan club delighted too.
And our winner, Sandra Rodrigo Silva, Paralympic record in the F11. And the crowd in that corner of the stadium have absolutely loved it.
Tapia with the silver medal.
Yes, it was 43.06, the mark set by Silva. So that was basically over 2 meters further than anybody else. It was a comprehensive victory. And then the Italian, Tapia, was 40.89, about 1.5 meters in front of anybody else, but a season's best to Casino Sierra to take the bronze medal, 38.58. So we're preparing ourselves for another highlight of the night, the men's 200-meter final for the T44 classification, as we confirm the final result from men's discus. Lissandro Rodrigo Silva with the gold. And it was Italy silver and Spain bronze.
The final of the men's 200 meters T44. This was such a big final in London. Gold going to Alan Oliveira, dethroning Oscar Pistorius. But they still hold key records in this. And the reigning world champion, Richard Brown, announced his retirement on the way here. But what a strong field we have. The European champion, Johannes Flores of Germany. The former European champion, Felix Streng, also of Germany. Liam Malone, silver medalist in the 100 meters. David Behra has picked up quite a number of European titles in the past. David Prince of the United States, silver in the 2, bronze in the 4 in the 2013 World Championships, bronze in the 4 at London 2012. David Prince for the USA. From Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, the 200 meters European champion, 400 champion as well, Johannes Flores of Germany. In lane 6, silver in the 400, bronze in the 2 at the World Championships in Doha. For the United States, it's Hunter Woodall, who had the ankle leg for the US in the relay. They were disqualified. David Behra, gold in the 4 in the 2014 European Championships. Another Leverkusen boy, David Behra. What a confident man this is. From Auckland, silver in the 100 meters here in Rio de Janeiro. For New Zealand, Liam Malone. In lane 3 for the USA, 5th in the 400 meters in the Doha Worlds, it's A.J. Digby. In lane 2 for Greece, from Rhodes, all roads lead to Michael Saitis. Bronze in the 200 at the Euros and bronze in the 100 here in Rio. 4x1 gold in the Euros and the World Championships for Felix Streng of Germany, the 200 meters champion from the 2014 European Championships. Liam Malone, a real warrior, second behind Johnny Peacock in the 100 final, but in a prime position here to go for gold for New Zealand. A.J. Digby for the United States, his compatriots Woodhall and Prince. Streng in 1, Saitis 2, Digby 3, Malone 4, Behra 5, Woodhall 6, Flores 7, Prince 8. The final of the men's 200 meters T44. So away they go, and a brilliant start by Malone. Behra a little slower, the blocks in 5. Malone going very well, also Johannes Flores for Germany. Now they'll straighten up, and it's Malone who leads. Woodall up with him. What a battle for the gold this is. It's Lee Malone for New Zealand. Woodall's there. Can Woodall reel him in? Malone gets the gold for New Zealand. Woodall, silver for the United States. And David Behra, the bronze for Germany. And Liam Malone, in his first Paralympic Games, has a Paralympic record of 21:06. A great run by Liam Malone. He's broken the record of Oscar Pistorius, and it's gold for New Zealand.
Goodness me, what a 200-meter race it was. We saw Streng there, Felix Streng, who pulled up after about 40 meters. You mentioned how confident Liam Malone was, and that was the reason why he has pulled it out of the fire with a magnificent win. Paralympic record. Woodhall from the USA, hasn't he had a roller coaster night? He was celebrating with his team in the relay, and then they were disqualified, and now he's gone down. He's got the silver medal in the 200 meters. and he has run a personal best to his credit. It was Malone, 21.06, 21.12 for Woodhall, and then Bearer from Germany, also 21.41.
Absolutely blinding start it was. Magnificent by Liam Malone. Just have a good look there at Felix Strang as he pulled up. But all eyes were on Malone at this stage, and Hunter Woodhall right alongside. The disappointment for Woodhall an hour ago. The world record for the States in the relay, then disqualified. And Woodhall trying to overturn Malone, but the Kiwi holding him off. Berra in third, Flores fourth, the top six all with lifetime best. Prince with a Paralympic record in his category, Malone in his as well, and that's good enough for gold. Ahead of Woodhall by 600ths of a second. Just look at the power, the determination. He wasn't going to be beaten. Nobody was going to overtake Liam Malone on this great track at the Engine Now. Woodhall with a silver, and Berra with a European record in third for Germany, and Saitis unlucky to fall on the line, and maybe he'd have got himself a personal best too.
And as you see the official photo finish, that man who was sixth in lane 8, David Prince, has run a Paralympic record of 22.01, which is 0.33 inside his personal best. He has run a blinder, but all honours to the New Zealander. As you can see, 2 Paralympic records in a high-class 200-metre final.
Malone the gold for New Zealand, Woodhall the silver USA, Berra the bronze for Germany. What a race!
Next is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-metre T34 category. And the man who went in as favourite, he was always going to be hard to beat, Walid Katila, was victorious here. The world champion and defending Paralympic champion in the 100 metres and also the 200. "31 years of age from Tunisia. 15.15 his time tonight. He can go quicker. He can go 0.2 quicker. Mr. Patrick Jarvis on screen, governing board member from the IPC. Ole Schroeder from Germany is accompanying him, the state secretary from Germany. It was a terrific run by the 24-year-old Henry Manni from Finland. And the bronze hair on the mascot, a great addition to the Paralympic Games. Reid McCracken, 19 years of age. He was the youngest member of the Australian team on the track in London. He was a bronze medalist in the 200 metres when he was 15 years of age at the Paralympic Games then. Idolised Kurt Fearnley to inspire him to chase gold of his own. He's on the way up. Satisfied look on the face of our silver medalist, Reid McCracken. And a terrific win. Walid Katila began brilliantly from the starting point and held his margin. again showing his expertise at the shorter distances. Set a Paralympic record in qualifying for the final. Job done. Here is the national anthem of Tunisia.
Another focus on 4 for Wally Katila. Is he going to be able to pull it off? Well, he's got the 100 here. Can the rest stop him? Henry Manny, who has as many European golds as Katila has global ones, picks up another big bronze here. Great. Silver medal for Reid McCracken. It's the same one too as in London. And Wally Katila, top man in the middle again.
An excellent competition, the men's shot put F35 final. Fu Jinhan from China, the 31-year-old. 15.19 was his mark. It was his second attempt, almost through the same at his fourth attempt, but he was entertaining to watch. He was firing up the crowd. He defeated Hernan Ura from Argentina, the 19-year-old, and was Edgar Bergs from Latvia in third place, and snuck in to the bronze medal place by a centimetre. Again, Mr. Patrick Jarvis and Ole Schroeder officiating here.
For Latvia, Edgar Bergs, a new European record, 14 meters 55. And bows to all 4 corners of the stadium. And he's picked up a whole series of silver medals in his career, 5 in total, 3 at Olympic Games, and now he's got an Olympic bronze to add to it. Latvia with a team of 11 here. And they've got the hardware. Argentina as well are enjoying a very good Paralympic athletics campaign. Their 4th medal, Barreto with a couple, Martinez with a gold. And now Ura gets a silver with a continental record, 14 meters 91.
Yes, delighted, just outside the medals in the World Championships last year.
It's good throwing by her, very close to 15 meters. Wu Xinhan, lifetime best in the second round of 15 meters 19. He finished fourth in the 100 meters. Now, talk about versatile. It is his first ever global gold, 4 Paralympic silvers, a world silver, 4 world bronzes, but you can't beat the look and taste of pure gold. It's Wu Xinhan who takes the title for China. Wu, a real fighter, and finally has a major championship gold. Silver for Ura of Argentina, and Bergs with a well-earned Latvian bronze.
Men's javelin, 57 final.
This a seated category event. There are 14 going in this, a huge field. And all the major recent medalists go in this. Mohammed from Syria, the F57 world record holder. 44 he's thrown in IPC competition. And you'd put him down as a great prospect for a medal here.
Here is Mohammed Kelvandi from Iran. Now his lifetime best, 50.98, would really put him into calculations here. He is the favourite for the gold, and it's a decent start, more than decent. We need this confirmed. This could be right out of the ballpark. Fantastic throw. Let's have a look. Kelvandi waiting patiently. Ah, he's absolutely pumped. A terrific throw from Mohammed Kelvandi, the 26-year-old. He has thrown a world record. First attempt of 45.26. 45.26, it's a world record throw. Men's high jump competition continues now. The final for the T44, F44 category.
Maciej Lepiato is the world record holder in this for Poland. Now there's 6 in this. Lepiato and Jonathan Broome-Edwards in particular have had some great battles in this at European and global level in the last major championships. Lepiato is the reigning Paralympic champion. Jonathan Broome-Edwards, his second attempt at 2 meters 13. We're down to the last two. It's between him and Lepiato for the gold. Broome-Edwards needed a second attempt at 2:10 to go over. Can he do this first time for a lifetime best? He came very close. Just marginally knocking it. And I think it was just brushed off his backside. 2:10 season's best, 2:15 lifetime best for Broome-Edwards. Lepiato has won the last 3 titles.
Next is the women's 200 metres T11 for visually impaired. This is the semi-finals. We have 4 athletes in each semi-final. First go through to the final, and then the next one, the first fastest after that. And we have a Brazilian here in Terezinha Guilhermina. This is the lineup with lanes 1, 3, 5 and 7 utilised, with the athletes having guides. And this is Larja Shatili from Namibia. David Ndelyenga is her guide in the outside lane. Her personal best of 25.61, and now Terezinha Guilhermina, who thrilled the crowds in her heat. She's pumped up for a top semi-final run here. This is Zhu Guohua, who was strong to the line in her heat. And we saw the prowess of the team from Thailand in the wheelchair races in the 1500 metres. They've made 3 in the final in the men's 1500. This is Wanaramon from Thailand. So the first of 3 semi-finals. The first goes straight through. Guilhermina, 37 years of age, competing in 4 events here. Gold medalist in the 100 and the 200 in London. Has won this the last 2 Paralympics and has netted 6 Paralympic medals, 3 of them gold. Ready. So away they go, field of 4 in this first semi-final. And Guilhermina got off to a very good start already, getting into that stagger of on the outside is Shatili. But the danger will be Zhu on the inside. The first athlete will go through to the final. 70 metres to run. Guilhermina in front. Zhu's going to get close on the inside, but it's not going to be close enough. Guilhermina, and they're going to cheer now. She's won it by a couple of metres. Zhu in second place, and then Shatili in third. Wanaramon in 4th place. It's a time of 24.86. It's a season's best for Guilhermina. She's in fine form for a 3rd gold medal in this 200 metre T11 discipline. They can't beat her at the moment.
It's exactly what the crowd wanted. Guilhermina's won the first 2 rounds of the women's 200 metres, having been dethroned in the 100. She's still the defending Paralympic champion in this. All those world titles in Lyon. Dethroned she was in Doha, but she's really stamped a big claim here. Ahead of Zhu in second place for China, but the world champion Liu Qijing is still lurking in this competition elsewhere. But Guilhermina, good strength to get over the line, very fast. It's just 400ths outside the Paralympic record. in which she won gold at London 2012 and really thrilled the Olympic Stadium there. And thrilling the Olympic Stadium here is Teresina Guillermina. Now, was she going 100% full belt in this? Well, really good rhythm. I think she was, actually. She stretched herself out, good dip on the line to get ahead of Zhu and win that by about 2/10. And it was a lifetime best for Zhu in second place also, and an African record for Ishatilia in third.
So the result, Wilhelmina 24.86 qualifies. Zhu has to wait now with 2 semi-finals still to come.
So down to the final 2 in the men's high jump. The T44, Jonathan Broom-Edwards. Silver in the last 2 World Championships. A big jump for him coming up at 2:13 here, and he's missed out. Well, he gave it a really good go, but it's silver for Broom-Edwards again at a 3rd Global Games, and Massia Lepiato gets the gold once again. The 3 times world champion Lepiato is now the Paralympic champion on the double. Broom-Edwards, 3 misses at 2:13. It was a very good set of marks. 2 attempts needed at 2:10, and Lepiato has the gold. He is the world record holder at 2.18 meters. He was due to go clear at 2:13, Lepiato to win. 2:19, he has the Paralympic record. Now looking to break his own world record. Lepiato for Poland. Oh, he almost got it. And he couldn't have got much closer than that, I don't think. Well, the crowd really enthralled in this corner of the stadium. Just the slightest of brushes. He got everything right. Looking to raise his mark by a centimetre, and it only needs a minor tweak, and surely another world record is on the way to match the gold. Poland with that fantastic para-athletics regime that they have going now. They were the 2nd most successful nation in Grosseto at the European Championships, behind Russia. That was it. That's what went wrong. We'll see if he can translate that into a new world record. Lepiato has been the man finding new heights in this. His coach, Zbigniew Lewkiewicz. Presumably Ziggy for short. So 2:19. Had a good go at that a few moments ago. Lepiato has the gold. Can he get a new world record? Broom-Edwards is behind him, clapping for the crowd. He wants to see him do it. Yes! World record for Lepiato! That's the way to do it! 2.19 meters. And the pole didn't knock the bar. And it's gold. It's a world record. And Massia Lepiato, we salute you.
Well, that even got some of the folk in the media tribune standing and applauding. Fantastic scenes here at the Olympic Stadium. Even the Brazilians have got behind him. Fantastic moment here on night 5 of the Rio Paralympic Games. One of the stars of the night. Yes, you've knocked it out of the ballpark. Fantastic.
Home run, world record. And Lepiato can receive the acclaim of everyone. And you know, Broom-Edwards wants him to go for another height. Is he going to go for another? He wants to see what the next mark is. Well, either he's going to declare with a world record, That generally tends to be the case. He's done a Lepiato. The second semi-final of the women's 200 meters T11, and big Brazilian interest here too. Actually, big Rio de Janeiro interest. Coming out of lane 7, the 100 meters champion goes in this also. Julia Santos, bronze in the 100 meters at London 2012, bronze in the 1 and the 2 in Doha, the World Championships, and she is a native of Rio de Janeiro. Julia Santos alongside Justino Santos. World record in winning the 100 meters for Great Britain's Libby Clegg alongside Chris Clark. Also the Commonwealth Games champion and 2011 world champion is Libby Clegg. Major international debut, but she's going through the rounds here. Sonia Luna Rodriguez for Colombia alongside Wilmar Cabrera. And in lane 1, the European champion over 200 meters, silver in the 1, and it was one of those many Polish golds in Grosseto for Joanna Mazur. Joanna, but Libby Clegg, magnificent in the 100 meters. I remember for a lot of her career a T12, but a T11 now. Complete visual impairment. The guides are mandatory. And when it comes to the 200, so is speed. It's only the winner who goes through, and the next fastest of the runners-up. Nothing for 3rd or 4th here. Mazur in 1, Luna Rodriguez 3, Clegg in 5, Santos in 7. World record holder is Libby Clegg. And they are away. And Clegg away very well. Luna Rodriguez just slightly left in the blocks, but she's fighting back now. Here goes Libby Clegg for Great Britain, turning into the home straight. Santos and Santos going well. For Brazil also on the outside, getting great enthusiastic support. But Libby Clegg broke the world record in the 100. Clegg is coming through to win alongside Chris Clark. It's fast, it's 25-25. It might just be Luna Rodriguez in 2nd place ahead of Santos in 3rd, but Libby Clegg gets the win here. And remember, she had that long wait after a semi-final win with the world record in the 100 meters, disqualified, appealed, reinstated, got the gold in the 100, and she's won the 200 here. In the semi-final, 25-24, Luna Rodriguez indeed in 2nd place, 26-37, but she's out as is Santos in 3rd and Mazur in 4th.
Dominant again, and just struggling a little in the humidity. Around 80% humidity here at the moment. Taking in some big, deep breaths, and there is 2 meters 30.
Well, Lepiato's going for something absolutely huge here.
From 2:19 to 2:30, am I seeing things?
Well, he's going for something absolutely massive. 2:19 is world record set a few moments ago. Going for 2:30. It would be awesome. Oh, he almost got it. He wasn't that far away. And Lepiato going for absolutely something gigantic. The actual Polish high jump record, IAAF record, 2:38, set by Arta Pratica. Well, we're competing under IAAF rules here, so if he got 2:39, it would certainly count. The 2:30s, I mean, he's gone for something humongous here. But anyway, Libby Clegg getting away very well in this 200 meters semi-final. Going very well out of lane 5 alongside Chris Clark. New guide, recruited in the past year. It's worked well, it's a new relationship. And Clegg and Clark getting the hard yards very well. Santos was going well in 2 at this stage, but beginning to struggle. So was Luna Rodriguez. Clegg fine over the line. Luna Rodriguez second. Santos just in alongside Justino Santos. So Clegg through, and the rest are out. Luna Rodriguez will not go through as the fastest loser. And Lepiato looking to fly high again in Rio. And why not go for something remarkable? Well, he's a fantastic club athlete in his own right, Lepiato. He's got the support of the crowd. They realise the significance of this. 2:30 Lepiato. Ooh, not again very far away. Brought it down with a small in the back. A little bit more lifting to do. He's calling it a night, our Paralympic champion. Lepiato's already set one world record at 2:19, and that'll do. He's declared 2:19.
Yes, I think the adrenaline was flowing and the blood was pumping. I think the 2:30 was a little bit ambitious, and I think after 2 jumps he thought, I won't hold their attention any longer. But he's been in the limelight, a world record. He takes a bow. He's loved every minute of it, and he's thrilled us here at the Olympic Stadium. Well done. Gold medal to Poland, silver medal to Great Britain, and that's lovely to see. Great respect amongst the athletes here. Terrific.
They're great campaigners. The last 3-4 major championships, they've been consistently jousting for the top 2 places. Wonderful respect. Wonderful champion. It was actually Lucas Mamsarts who won in Grosseto, but that's because it was a multi-category event and it went to points. Lepiato wins it.
Next is the 3rd semi-final of the women's 200 metres for visually impaired T11. And we have a field of 4 once again. So Rojas from the outside lane from Venezuela, being introduced to the crowd now, the 24-year-old. Competing in 2 events here, the 200 and the 400. Her first major championships. This is Liu King. Chu Dongling, her guide. 25:17 the time to qualify. It was a strong run. Rusa Santos from Brazil, competing in 3 events here, the 4x100 relay, the 100 and the 200. And runner-up in both the 100 and 200 T11 category in London. Esperança Chicasso from Angola inside with Elaine Baptista, her guide. So the first runner across the line will go through to the final, and then the next fastest 1 athlete. So plenty on the line as they set themselves. So far, it's been 24:86 in the first semi-final, 25:24 in the second semi-final. Well, Hermina winning the first, Clegg winning the second. Already shaping up to be a classic final. Absolute silence in the stadium. Ready and away. Picasso got a clean start on the inside, but Liu was away brilliantly out in lane number 5 and is already collecting that lead from Rojas on the outer. So as they come around the turn, it's the middle 2 lanes. Liu in front, Santos on the inside is coming through hard, then Rojas who's hanging tough. Liu's in front, Rojas is going to rally on the outside, but Liu's clear. Liu will go through from Rojas in 3rd, Santos, then Picasso. 25:21 is the time, which is quicker than Clegg's 2nd semi-final. But it's Liu who takes it. The 24-year-old, 25:21 is just outside her season's best. Rojas has run a terrific race, 25:47, a personal best. Then Santos, 25.76, not displaying what she has run her lifetime best this season.
Yes, got other blocks very well. Liu Kuxing didn't feature in the 2012 Paralympic Games, but since then she's taken all of Guillermina's world titles away from it. The 1, the 2, the 4 and the 4x1. A point to prove herself pretty much against Libby Clegg, who relegated her down to bronze in the 100 meters. And Rojas came very well for Venezuela here. The lifetime best. It's not going to be fast enough to dislodge Zhu Guha from the fastest loser spot. There's really good rhythm between Liu Kuxing and Xu Donglen. Very impressive in the last 2 major championships that she's competed in. And just look at the rhythm, stride for stride. It takes a lot of effort to get that absolutely right and set. And the guide then releasing it to let her go up. And that's actually really good technique by Xu Donglen. We've commented on that earlier in the week. That just to make sure there's no disqualification, him crossing the line first, he'll take a step back, right on the line, let her go up. She's the winner, and she's fine.
So Liu, 25:21, automatically goes through Rojas, Santos and Picasso. So how do they shape up overall? It's going to be an excellent final with Guillermina, Zhou, Liu and Clegg. So that's a great quartet.
It's a brilliant field. And Libby Clegg, because she's now at T11, has really mixed in this great Guillermina-Liu battle. And this was a great battle as well. There's always a great category between Matías Lepiato and Jonathan Broome-Edwards. Well, Lepiato went for a very significant 2 meters 30, another world record attempt, but 2:19 is perfectly fine. World record in its own right. Broome-Edwards the silver for Great Britain. Rafael Rubi gets the bronze for Venezuela, but Poland sweep up again. It's their 2nd title, if our computer system's been updated, and their 7th medal in athletics of these games.
Yep, so China on 10 gold, Great Britain on 8, Brazil on 6, Tunisia lead United States 5 and 4 respectively.
Eva Duska, the other gold medalist for Poland so far. Now, victory ceremony for the men's 4x100 meters, T42 to 47. This was an astonishing race. We had a world record in it, set by the United States. Celebrations all round, high fives, and then they were disqualified. So, man, that Germany got the gold. They were doing interviews with German TV, celebrating the silver, and actually shades of what we saw in Amsterdam at the European Championships, the 100 meters. Disqualification saw Talamo of Spain advanced. Massive celebrations. Germany realized they got the gold, and they're the Paralympic champions. Ed Warner's here again. Japan then elevated to bronze Ishida, Sato, Tagawa and Yamamoto. As a result of the United States disqualification. So, very greatly appreciated bronze medal for the Japanese team. Well, it looks like the United States were disqualified because there wasn't a proper touch. It's rule 23.6 that's been quoted. No baton in this. So Brazil gets the silver. Nunes, Nascimento, Ferreira dos Santos. And it's great for Alan Oliveira as well. Big hero of London 2012 when he won the 200 meters. 3 gold medals in 2013. The same heights have not been recaptured, but he may consider this something close to a par, getting a Paralympic silver in Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, the first touch didn't happen inside the takeover zone. Either that or there wasn't a touch at all on video analysis. It was quite a quick disqualification. The judges had flagged it straight away, so Alan Oliveira gets his silver. Alongside Nunes, Nascimento and Ferreira dos Santos. Six gold medals, 17 medals overall for them now. Nascimento, a couple of bronzes. Well, Germany get the gold. Reim, Beira, Streng and Floors in the team, and Marcus Reim in the starting leg. Obviously the big focus on him in the long jump and how far he can go, and his push to try and qualify not just for IPC Athletics World Championships and Paralympic Games, but the IAAF World Championships and the Olympics too. He's excellent on this circuit. He's gone further than some of Greg Rutherford's winning marks in the Olympic Games and the Worlds. Rutherford, of course, is a class act in his own right, and Reim is here too. He's got a sprinting gold medal. Beira went on to win the bronze in the men's 200 T44 final, and Hunter Woodall, the silver in that, who had the ankle leg for the United States, went through in the world record time of 40.62. That's been scrubbed, but Germany in a European record 40.82 get the gold. Top honours to Germany then. It was South Africa's title in 2012. It was the United States world record for the World Championships in 2013, and it remains that way. Germany with the gold, Brazil the silver, and Japan the bronze. Handshakes and warm hugs all round after what was a scintillating race. Germany's 4th gold medal of the week. They won 11 medals overall. Brazil have won 17, and only China have won more than them. Great Britain with 17 medals as well. United States 16. It's going to take a while for them to get off the podium. We have another victory ceremony to come. Germany and Brazil enjoying their moment in the sun. And for Alan Oliveira as well, having been such a headline act in London 2012, that sensational victory in the 200 metres over Pistorius. Steffi Nereus there in the middle. She was the IAAF Javelin World Champion in 2009, and now she's one of the main German Paralympic coaches. Actually had been for a long time, even during her throwing career. And Germany have won 3 of the last 4 of those titles in the IAAF Worlds.
Well, the chants are going around the stadium for Brazil because of their silver medal that you've just witnessed, and also we will have a gold medal distributed shortly to Alessandro Rodrigo Silva for winning the F11 final in the men's discus throw. So more glory for the home nation, that the relay team has got them well and truly fired up, and well done to the team from Germany as we now move on to the men's discus F11 victory ceremony. And now the cheers as they move over towards the podium. It was a gold medal to the 32-year-old Brazilian with a Paralympic record 43.06 discus throw, which was over 2 meters better than anybody else. It was a dominant victory over One Tapia from Italy and David Casino Sierra from Spain. And here is the victory ceremony now. Once again, Mr. Miguel Segara and Mr. Ed Warner to officiate here at the presentation.
Hugely successful career for David Casino's Sierra of Spain, and he appreciates being back up on the podium again, even if he's not going to get the gold medal this time. He's won 12 global titles, one in each of the last 4 Paralympic Games, going back to Sydney. He's won 8 world titles, covering each of the last 5 World Championships going back to Lille in 2002. One Tapia, the former professional baseballer in his native Cuba and played professionally in Italy. In now a very good discus thrower. Silver for Tapia. And we could say he knocked that one out of the park. There's a silver Tom going to him also. There are guides in this, but unlike on the track, there's no medals there, but they get recognition and a handshake. Silva hits the gold for Brazil. Alessandro Rodrigo Silva. The Pan Am champion in the discus and the shot now finds himself top of the podium in Rio de Janeiro. And talk about home advantage and home inspiration. He finished 10th in the World Championship final in Doha. But here he is on home soil, on a home podium, in front of a home crowd. And Alessandro Rodrigo Silva has won gold for Brazil. Aren't Brazil just loving their home Paralympic Games? Taking titles all over the place. And no matter where you go around Rio, during a break in the action here, just about all the TVs are tuned towards the Paralympic Games and the bars and the restaurants. Especially when you get champions like this. Just a big bundle of joy, Alessandro Silva is, as he takes the gold medal. Tapia the silver for Italy, and Casino Sierra the bronze for Spain. Victory ceremonies are coming thick and fast.
Well, you talk about a bundle of joy. Well, we're going to have a very animated young man shortly. winner of the high jump, Lepiato from Poland. And wasn't he terrific? He jumped the mark of 2:19 and then decided he'd have a crack at 2:30 just to really blow everybody out of the water. It wasn't going to be, but so entertaining. Here he is, 28 years of age, Olympic glory. Broome Edwards from Great Britain on the left of your screen. Mr. Liisa Delana, Assistant Minister of Sport in Fiji, is assisting with the presentation. And Mr. Tarek Soai, APC Secretary General, assisting as well.
Rafael Uribe cleared 2:01 for Venezuela. Now, they've been very successful in the Paralympic Games athletics as well. Lots of finalists, lots of top 4 positions.
Yes, a centimetre over the best he's ever thrown and rewarded with a bronze medal. Rafael Uribe, the 30-year-old. The silver medalist from Great Britain, equaling the best he's thrown this year. Jonathan Broome Edwards couldn't quite jump the highest that he could do, but it was the 28-year-old in the silver medal position, but a powerhouse display from the winner. Jonathan Broome Edwards just competing in the high jump here, and this is exactly the same position he found himself in Doha last year. So it's run to form. The man from Reading competed in able-bodied basketball whilst attending university. He works as a clinical bio sports massage therapist as well.
Well, here he is, Marzio Lepiato, the Paralympic Games champion. A new world record of 2:19 meters, and then decided to go for something really exciting. 2:30. No special significance with the number apart from the fact it was 2:30. And he almost got it too. He still actually has one more attempt to go, and that if he fancies that a little later. It's another Polish gold, and their fabulous program has produced the 7th medal.
He's been a joy. just get the impression this man would be the life of the party in the village.
Well, he can be now. So that is 2 Paralympic titles in a row and 3 world titles in a row. And he was only denied European gold in Grosseto, and Brim Edwards finished 3rd because that was a points event. And he was beaten by somebody in a different category who didn't have to go as high. Lepiato, Paralympic Games champion for the 2nd time.
We still have the victory ceremony for that classic men's 200-metre T44 final to come, and one field event still wrapping up on this 5th night of competition at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. The javelin is still in progress. The men's javelin throw for F57 classified athletes. And the last time we looked, Mohammed Kalvandi from Iran had fired a 45.63 throw. But we'll get back to that in a moment, because we now have the victory ceremony. They're going to just keep them coming. This is the men's 200-metre T44 victory ceremony. And this was a brilliant win by New Zealand.
Yeah, Liam Malone, who finished 2nd in the 100 metres final behind Johnny Peacock, had to put his athletics career on hold for a bit. Now he's come through. And what a success he's proving to be at the age of 22. Lesa Tlana, the Fiji Assistant Sports Minister. And Tarek Sway, the Secretary General of the Asian Paralympic Committee, presenting the medals here. Well, what a night for David Behra. He's already taken a relay gold with Germany, and now it's a bronze medal here, just as it was in the relay in London in 2012. He's the 400 meters world champion, so he's got something else to aim for here. His 2nd Paralympic medal, but his 1st individual. 21:41, a new European record. He's only 17 years old, Hunter Woodhull, and here he is on the podium, a Paralympic Games silver medalist, and it was his anchor leg in the relay that produced the world record that was nixed due to the disqualification. But the silver here will be a nice solace. Silver in the 4, bronze in the 2 in the World Championships in Doha last October, and now the following September, a silver medal. Hunter was hunting, but couldn't quite get the gold. It's going to be a lot of fun watching Liam Malone in the years to come. What an emergence at these Paralympic Games. We first saw his potential when he finished 5th in the 100 metres final and 6th in the 200 at the World Championships in Doha. Silver in the 100, and now the Paralympic Games 200 metres champion. He's got quite a personality, this man. Watch him become a star. You've already watched him become a champion. It's gold for New Zealand for Liam Malone.
Well, it was a terrific race. Liam Malone, the Paralympic record. There was a Paralympic record set by David Prince as well for the USA, who finished 6th overall. Liam Malone with the big smile. Hunter Woodhall, it hasn't been the easiest night at the office for him, but look at that brilliant smile from the 17-year-old, and David Berra with multiple medals. So overall, the men's 200-metre T44 final was one out of the box.
This is going to become a category well worth following, as, of course, it always is. We saw that in London. Liam Malone with the new Paralympic record of 21:06, beating the mark previously set by Oscar Pistorius.
Now, talking about setting marks, this has been a very interesting men's javelin competition, because Mohamed Kelvandi from Iran has already broken the world record in his first throw, then his second throw of 45.63, even better. As we have a look at the athlete from China, Wu Guoxian with his throw there. And has put everything he possibly can into that. And now this is Cao Hung from Vietnam. And that is round about the 45-metre mark. That's going to be excellent as well. Terrific performance by Cao. 43.27 metres at his third attempt. So let's bring you updated with all of the standings from the javelin at this stage. Mohamed Kelvandi shows the way. Cao from Vietnam has put himself right there in contention for a medal and is fighting it out for bronze. And splitting them at the moment, Haidari Till from Iran. So actually it's Iran first and second in that javelin competition.
It's been the longest running competition of the night. It got underway 3 hours ago. Just about ready for its conclusion. Athletes get to throw in blocks of 3 in this. And a 14 in it. Takes a while for them to obviously be wheeled in and strapped in. It's being a seated throwing competition. Real good strength. I mean, they're throwing out to around 50 meters. Let's take a look at the men's shot put F35 final. Edgarsbergs for Latvia. Previously 5-time silver medalist at major global championships, and a long one going out to 14 meters 55. That a new European record, and earning Bergs the bronze medal.
Yes, his further attempts not bettering that. This is Hernanura from Argentina, the 19-year-old. And some great young talent here. And that is a terrific throw. And his best throw of 14.91 at his 5th attempt. That's also a record for his part of the country. And that puts him in silver medal contention. This is Fu Jinhan. You can see the world record and Paralympic record marker there. And what's this? 15.19 at his second attempt. Oh, he's pumped himself right up. He's loved every minute of it. And there is your gold medalist. He wasn't able to throw any further than 15.19. He got close at his fourth attempt at 15.18, but it is a personal best for Fu Jin Han, and that is actually 1.5 meters better than what he's thrown ever in his life. So it was gold to China, silver Argentina, bronze Latvia.
A brilliant men's high jump T44 final. Very, very enjoyable. It certainly turned out to be. Jonathan Broome-Edwards of Great Britain needed 2 attempts to clear 2:07. This a second attempt at 2 meters 10. Brilliantly over Broome-Edwards to get the acclaim of the crowd. Had to set up another showdown with Maciej Lepiato of Poland. Lepiato clearing 2:13 to win. Missed the first attempt narrowly at 2 meters 19, which will be a new world record, breaking his own mark by a centimetre. 2:18, he won the world title in Doha, his 3rd world title last October. Is he able to go a centimetre better here? Yes, he is. Lepiato gets the gold and a new world record of 2 meters 19. Elegantly done. A further attempt at 2 meters 30 to increase the world record missed, but it's a great, glorious gold for Maciej Lepiato. And great respect between these two great friends and rivals. Lepiato with the honours, and Uribe, the man in the middle, gets the bronze for Venezuela. Lepiato claims the men's high jump gold, retaining his crown, a new world record 2 meters 19 for Poland. Jonathan Broome-Edwards the silver for Great Britain, and Rafael Uribe the bronze for Venezuela.
Now back to the javelin. And that isn't a bad attempt by Haidari Till from Iran. But is it enough to rattle the cage of the leader, also from Iran, Mohamed Kelvandi? His first attempt of 42.03, which was a season's best. But that's throw of 41.91, not as good as what he did earlier, 43.77. Well, he's been able to produce his best tonight, but it's in silver medal place here for Haidari Till.
Brilliant throw, magnificent by Kelvandi. His final throw of the competition, a new world record, 46 meters 12. Went well beyond that world record line. Look at how far it's gone as well. Brilliant throw. World record going into this. Absolutely smashed. .44 meters. World record mark, and that's well gone now. That was 45.85 with the 5th attempt, and here's the last one. He's got the gold now. Can he get another world record? He likes it. Oh, he loves it. And with justification. It's gone a long way out beyond the world record line. Kulvandi putting an immense amount of effort into that. The reigning world champion over the last 2 games in Doha and Lyon. He's the Asian Games champion as well from Incheon. He's the Paralympic Games champion. It's another world record, 46 minutes 12. And Kulvandi, what a brilliant set of marks.
Yes, so improved on his throws 3 times throughout the competition. That was a terrific display by Mohamed Kulvandi, the 26-year-old, and the Quinella to Iran, 1st and 2nd. And also in the classification of the F56 class, it was Batista dos Santos, a world record as well from Brazil, in 5th place with a throw of 42.74, and all the way down the list we had season's bests and personal bests all over the place. So that was of high quality, the men's javelin throw F57 final.
Men's discus, F11. Let's bring you the best of the best out of this. David Casino Sierra, who's won gold in the last 4 Paralympic Games. Would it be able to pull something massive out of the fire here? Needed to improve by around 5 meters on his best of the night in order to get back on top of the podium. 8 times world champion, 4 times Paralympic champion. Could he make it a 5th consecutive Paralympic Games with a gold? Very impressive throw, but shy of the 40-meter line. Casino Sierra's best, 38.58, and that's the bronze for Spain.
It's the best he's thrown this season. Just flirted with that outside boundary tape, but the 44-year-old has given it his all for a bronze medal. He was the winner of this event 4 years ago, Casino Sierra. Now, what could the Italian do, the 40-year-old Ane Tapia? 9th in the shot put, hoping to improve in the discus. He was outside the top 10 at the World Championships last year, so this has been a terrific display.
Well, a very successful professional sports career in baseball. It's a degeneration of the quality of his sight. And what a quality thrower he is now in para-athletics. Again, head out towards the 40-meter line, and Tapia picking up the silver medal for Italy. This is his very first attempt of the competition. Tapia, who made his major bow in Doha last year at the World Championships. 40.89 was his best. And that's the silver. Good attempt by the European champion. But now, another home hero for Brazil.
Animated character, the 32-year-old Alessandro Rodrigues Silva. 10th in the shot put. Winner of the discus at the Pan American Games in Toronto last year. But this is his first major tournament. Looking to impress his home crowd. They're having a great run. And that final attempt, only 28 meters, but earlier setting 43.06. And that was clearly the best throw ahead of Ane Tapia from Italy. And that, I believe, stands as a Paralympic record, so a gold medal to Alessandro Rodrigues Silva. It was academic, that last throw. It didn't have to be anything special. He'd already set the Paralympic record. And as you can see, quite an orthodox spin on the discus. But it doesn't matter, a gold medal to Brazil and a Paralympic record for Alessandro Rodrigues Silva. And the congratulations from the Spanish athlete, David Casino Sierra, taking a bronze medal of his own. Great respect once again shown, and he's delighted. Go Brazil. So now we move to the men's javelin F57 class. And another exciting field event here on night 5 of the track and field competition. And on screen, Carl from Vietnam. Early attempt 42.96, sending the javelin on its way. That's a terrific throw. And that is 43.27 for his 4th attempt. That's the best he's thrown all season. No wonder he was happy with it. Carl, the 26-year-old, looking to get past Nobre from Brazil into the bronze medal position, and able to do that with that throw of 43.27. Abdullah Haidari Till from Iran. First attempt 42.03. Can he better that? Second attempt, oh, well and truly 43.77, and that puts him in well and truly in silver medal place. But this man with the world record throw of 45.85, bettering the time earlier on of 45.63. Can he break his own world record moments later? The benchmark 45.85. Here we go. Oh, look at that. It's over the world record mark. Clearly as well. 46.12. That's an extraordinary performance by Mohamed Kelvandi. The 26-year-old has thrown almost 2.5 meters further than his countryman Abdullah Haidari Till from Iran. Fantastic throw. A world record of 46.12, and clearly the gold medalist, and a star turn in the men's javelin throw F57 final. So confirming the result, a world record for Kelvandi, and also for Brazil in 5th place, Batista dos Santos, a world record in that F56 class of 42.74 meters. And all the way down to Cyril Charles, the oldest competitor from the Seychelles, the 52-year-old.
So there we go. We've reached the halfway stage of the 2016 Paralympic Games Athletics. 5 days gone. It's been thrilling. And good news, still 5 more days to go. Until next time, goodbye.